I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Deal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance.
It doesn't matter how you, it's about whatever makes you say to yourself, I am great.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into this IdahoSports.com game stream productions of the Idaho High School Football Playoffs. State playoff coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Tonight we come to you live from Eagle High School just outside of Boise for this 6A quarterfinals matchup between Eagle and Madison, two teams holding the second seed out of their respective sides of the states. Eagle obviously west, Madison the east side. Alongside me tonight is Zach White. My name is Lucas Gephardt. And Zach, let's the two teams at midfield right now doing the coin toss. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this. For Eagle, this is a familiar stage for them. Tonight, it's Eagle's sixth appearance in the state quarterfinals over the last decade. The Mustangs have gone through to the semis 3 times over that period. Eagle is a state playoff regular. This program is, was, and will be an Idaho football powerhouse. But on the other side, for Madison, deep playoff runs haven't come so easily, even if at all. The Bobcats back in the state playoffs for the first time in 4 seasons. Last week's win over Capital, the first playoff win since 2018. Now here they are on the road, state quarterfinals, a veteran group. Most of the stars here are seniors. If there is a Madison team that's up for this challenge, it is this Madison team.
Now, I like what you said there, Lucas, about veteran leadership and having veterans on this team. Like, when it comes to playoff football, you want those guys who know how to lead a team. Not necessarily been to the playoffs, because we're looking, Madison just last season, 4-5, didn't even make the playoffs last year, and this is their first appearance and their win since 2018. So it'll be important to see how the Madison Bobcats, go up against these Eagle Mustangs, and the Eagle Mustangs have been, again, a football powerhouse in terms of the playoffs. I believe they've made the playoffs every year, and the last time they didn't make it was 2007. So it's been almost 2 decades.
Yeah, it's incredible how long Eagle has made the playoffs. We're just moments away here from kickoff. Eagle's going to be getting the ball first as Madison defers the kick to the second half. So Eagle's going to get the ball first here tonight. A crisp, cool night. No chance really of any type of precipitation. Not much wind to talk about either. Just a chilly November night here in Eagle.
Just a chilly November night. But the important thing is, and probably a great thing, that we are not on top. We are on top of the booth. We are inside the booth. I must say, this Eagle booth, probably the best booth I've ever been in when I've been with Idaho Sports. So
yeah,
thank you so much for the hospitality of the Eagle Mustang football team and athletic department for letting us be inside.
Yeah, without a doubt. We are very gracious for that. So Madison's going to be kicking off to begin things here tonight. Madison will be wearing their all-white uniforms, a red stripe down the sides, and red helmets as well. Eagle, black jerseys, green pants, the green helmets with the numbers on the side and the Mustang logo on the other. 2 men back deep to receive here for Eagle. The kicker for Madison has it teed up. Bryson Stoddard gets us underway. This kick is going to bounce at the 10, and watching it go into the end zone is Aaron Zerno, one of the men back for Eagle. So here comes the Eagle offense for the first time here tonight. As we said in the open, a Madison team. I said an Eagle offense, a Madison offense coming on to the first time here, or Eagle offense coming on for the first time tonight. Eagle has the ball. Here we go. Eagle has kind of a veteran group as well. They have Noah Burnham, who's one of the best running backs on this side of Idaho. They also have Austin Ramsey, who shared time last year at quarterback with Davis Harson, who was the son of former Boise State head coach Brian Harson. But it's been the Austin Ramsey show at quarterback here this year, and they're going to start things off with a quarterback draw, and Ramsey's going to keep up the middle for a gain of 5. It looked like they tried to set up some type of read option there, but almost lost the ball, but they end up picking up 5.
Yeah, they almost lost the ball on that first play. Good job on quarterback Austin Ramsey to hang on to that ball, solidifying this starting job, and, I mean, he's done a great job leading his team to this quarterfinal playoff matchup. And the thing I want to highlight, you mentioned Austin Ramsey, quarterback, Noah Burnham, the quarterback. We haven't even talked about Zay Wright, their best wide receiver, and can also play a little bit of defensive back. They're all juniors, so they will all be here. Hopefully they'll return for their senior season, so don't expect the Eagle High School team to slow down anytime soon.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is going to be a toss out to the far side. Eagles got a first down out to the 35, a pickup of 10 on the quick toss out of the shotgun formation, and the Mustangs move the chains here. Early stages of the first quarter, 11-16 to play.
Just a really, really good outside run to the right side near the far sideline from our point of view. And just really setting up the good blocks. And Burnham taking it, weaving his way in between traffic and finding the open hole and just taking full advantage. And I would like to highlight Sione Perkins, the offensive lineman, senior offensive lineman. He is 6'8", 295 pounds, and he committed to Iowa State.
Yeah, that's a Big 12 offensive tackle that Eagles got. That's going to be a problem. He's tough to get around. 1st and 10 now from the 36. To the ground they go with Burnham as he tries the right side. Burnham hits a wall at the 39. Pick up a 4. And it'll be 2nd down coming up as we're early stages into this one. 90 seconds into this first quarter.
The Bobcats really good job on the group tackle right there, led by number 9, Cash Summers, leading the way and being the one who emerged with that tackle on running back Noah Burnham, leading to a 2nd down.
2nd down and 5 as they give Burnham 5 yards on that carry, spotting it at the 41. Eagle moving from right to left as you listen here tonight. Eagle will come out on a shotgun set, twins left, twins right. Madison will line up in a shell defense, and it's a bad snap, and it's going to be all the way back at the 30 before Eagle jumps on top of it. It looked like Ramsey wasn't ready for the snap, and it goes over his right shoulder down to the 30 before he jumps on top of it.
Little mistakes like that can really, really hurt you, especially when it comes to playoff football. I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight, Lucas. Playoff football mistakes is going to be a big drive and potentially game killer. We're still early in this game, but on a 2nd and 5, now forcing it to be a 3rd and long. Let's hope that let's see if Austin Ramsey and this Mustang offense can get this first down.
It is 3rd and 16 following that mistake, so Eagle will line up 4 receivers in the formation, trips left. Ramsey will throw, dumps this one off to Burnham in the flat. He catches it at the 30, steps out of one tackle, throws a stiff arm. There he goes down the near side. First down, Eagle down to the 50.
Just a little simple check down route all the way to Noah Burnham, and Burnham breaks a couple tackles down the near sideline as he's going to head to the sideline. He well-deserved break right there. He gets about 20 yards and a huge first down to keep that drive alive after the bad snap.
Burnham broke about 3, maybe even 4 tackles. Porter Caudle finally caught up to him, pushing him out of bounds for Madison. Fresh set of downs for Eagle, now operating at their own 47. Here on the near hash as the Mustangs huddle up. 9 minutes left to play in this opening quarter, as Ramsey will have an empty set. 1st and 10 here from the 47. We'll send a man in motion. That is Roman Walker who resets, and he's going to take the direct snap over on the left side across the 50 down to the 46 as Eagle crosses midfield. The direct snap here to Walker.
Yeah, the direct snap to the tight end, Roman Walker. He looked like a running back out there. Kid sitting at 5'8", 190 pounds, so that is going to be a tough guy to bring down. And may expect him to see him do a lot of those like direct snap or just check down underneath and just let him do his work yards after the catch right there. And at this time, just yards after contact as he picks up a good amount of chunk yards.
8 yards on the direct snap, 2nd and 2. Ramsey back in the gun as Walker rotates from Ramsey's left over to his right on the motion. Play action, Ramsey rolling to the far side, delivers this one, caught in the flat. Near the first down, it is a first down. Luke Makita on the reception, the sophomore, his first catch tonight.
Wide open on the flat run underneath. It looked like Ramsey was looking to scramble to that right side, and Makita just kept running in that flat route saying, hey, I'm open, I'm open. Dumps it down and gets what he needs for another first down here.
1st and 10 now from the Madison 43. A methodical opening drive here for Eagle, taking up the first 4 minutes of this opening quarter as we approach the 8-minute mark. Eagle entering tonight's 7-2 overall record. Madison 9-1. The lone loss for Madison coming to Rigby. That one was on the road. They lost by just a few points. Toss to Burnham. He works between the hash marks, has another first down across the 34, all the way down to the 30. And when he gets a step or two, look out. That quick burst gives Eagle another first down.
Both these teams he playing tonight here, Lucas, might be looking for a little bit of revenge to some extent in that Madison and Eagle are both in the top 4 of the highest scoring offenses in the 6A. In the 6A. So, with that being said, the top 2, who are they? Number 1 is Rocky, and Eagle lost to Rocky 38-0 in the championship game last week for that conference. And then Rigby, as you just said, their only time Madison lost to them.
Yeah, toss to Burnham to the near side. This time Burnham stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they tried to the near side. Not a whole lot of real estate as they operated from the near hash as well. And, yeah, you talked about it, Zach. These are 2 of the top 4 scoring offenses in the entire state. Said Rigby and Rocky, they're the top 2. Rocky has the highest scoring offense in the state, averaging 46 points a game. Rigby right behind him at 40 points a game. And then you have this Madison team averaging 35 a game and Eagle 31 a game. They're 3 and 4 right behind Rigby and Rocky. 2nd down and 10. All in the near hash, and we have our first whistle of the night. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Eagle. Gives us a chance to thank some of our partners.
Levitt Select is locally operated with locations in Rexburg, Rigby, Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and Boise. Levitt's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their number 1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Levitt Select wants to be your insurance professionals. Please call them today at 208-522-2582. Levitt Select Insurance, here for all your insurance needs. Grand Peaks, your community health center is proud to support our local athletes and keep them healthy on their road to these state titles. Grand Peaks, located in St. Anthony and Rexburg, and now Idaho Falls, provides affordable medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services for the entire family. Visit grandpeaks.org for a full list of services. Good luck, Bobcats, from all the staff at Grand Peaks.
Madison, speaking of state championships, 7 football state championships to their credit, the last one coming in 2012. Eagle, on the other hand, won state championship. That one came back in, well, their last trip to the state championship back in 2011. Out of the timeout, this one is deflected at the line of scrimmage and batted to the turf by a swarming Madison defensive line. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Spencer Mahaffey was the guy to break up that pass. Really good player right there to just stick out his long, looks to be very long, right arm to break that pass up. And his teammate, number 6, Carter Apelu, was right there to celebrate with him. Kind of gave him a little shove, look at him and be like, hey, man, what a play to hopefully stop this Eagles offense, because Eagles been moving the ball really well this whole first quarter. They shoot a lot of clock.
Yeah, they've taken up almost half of the first quarter here. 6:41 to play in this first quarter as they break huddle. 3rd and 10 coming up from the Madison 32. Shotgun set, 3 receivers right, 1 left for Ramsey in the gun. Will send a man in motion, resets to tight end right, play action. Ramsey under pressure, back at the 40, and he goes down at the 42. There on the rush for Madison was Ezra Sutton, the senior, getting in there for the sack.
Hey, they were bending. We could see that Madison defense start to bend a little bit, but guess what? They did not break at all. A huge sack on 3rd and long, I would say 3rd and 10, forcing a 4th and even longer. And obviously the Mustang going to send out there, and I would assume they're going to punt.
Yeah, you could see they're lined up to run a play here, but it's 4th and forever, so you might see a pooch punt here as well, which is exactly what Ramsey is going to do as he takes a couple steps back. Here's a pooch punt from the 50, and it's a good one. Checking up right at the 15, gets a Eagle roll, and out of bounds at the 11. So a 6-minute drive results in no points for Eagle. 6 minutes and a punt. And here comes the Madison offense for the first time tonight. Soaked up a lot of clock, got to about the 30, but Madison defense, you said they bent, but they didn't break.
Yeah. That might be a really good strategy. Even though Eagle did not come out with any points, they might be saying, hey, we held this 35 points per game offense off the field for almost the entire first quarter. So that might be a small win right there. You didn't get any points, but keeping that Madison offense off the field might be a little bit of a small victory right there as the Bobcat offense checks onto the field.
1st and 10 from their own 11. Here comes the quarterback, Hazen Torgensen. He's going to throw a screen pass out to the far side. Pass is caught, short gain here for Madison. It was Barkley Beck, one of the many senior receivers for this Madison team. Short gain, just a gain of 2. And Madison off and running here with its first possession of the night after just that short gain on 1st down.
Lots of seniors on this team. We're going to see a lot of trust in these seniors today. As the quarterback number 10 has in Torgensen, senior, and the receiver just threw to once again another senior.
Jet sweep coming to the near side. They hand it to Beck this time. Beck steps out of a tackle, still on his feet, and brought down at the 25. It's a 1st down for Madison as they sent Beck in motion from that far side. Takes the jet sweep touch pass, and Madison has its first down of the night.
Beck had a lot of real estate, and he was breaking tackles from that Mustang defense. Number 11, Gavin Crawford, does bring him down. The senior, one of the many senior defensive players on this team, brings him down. I would say that was a touchdown-saving tackle because if Beck is not brought down, he's taken off down the near sideline for a score.
Torgensen shotgun set this time. 4 receivers to the left, and they hand it off over to the right. First carry of the night this time for Bryce Dredge, and he has it out to the 30. Short pickup, about 3 yards for Dredge, his first carry of the night. And it'll set up a 2nd down here at the Madison 30. 4:28 left to play. Clock moving here in the first quarter.
Looking at the Madison Bobcats once again while they're in the huddle. Their last week they had won a huge game over Capital High School, 42-7, showing that offense just doesn't win you games, but defense got to play complete. You got to play a complete ball game.
2nd down, they hand it off once again, fighting his way through tacklers and picking up a 1st down. I think that was Dredge again. They had 2 running backs lined up in the backfield, and it was Dredge who carried Madison with several Eagle defenders on his back, carried him for a 1st down to the 38.
And Bryce Dredge, the running back, he wasn't even facing forwards. He was going backwards, and his team was pushing him forwards as he got another 1st down, or really close to one.
Yeah, they did give him the first down here at the 38. So 1st and 10, Madison. 4 receivers, three left, 1 right. Shotgun set. Speed option left. Torgerson pitches it out to Dredge. Dredge trying to look for the corner. Has the corner. Down to the 50. First down, Madison before he's slung to the turf at the 48.
Bryce Dredge with another great run. This time not showing so much off of his strength, but he's showing off that speed and burst. And we saw that as speed option, very, very delayed pitch from Torgerson, the quarterback. Pitches it outside to Dredge, and he gets more than enough for a first and gets about, I'd say, about 12 to 15 yards right there.
Now operating in Eagle territory is Madison. Ball at the 48 over on the left hash as the Bobcats break huddle. Shotgun set. They're more of a pistol set, I guess, with a short fullback over to the right. Motion over to the far side. They're going to hand it off straight up the middle. Dredge again over on the left side. Dredge to the 45 before he's stopped. Under 3 minutes to play in this first quarter. Fast-paced, moving first quarter. Just 7:13 local time here. We did kick off a couple minutes before 7, but, man, these two teams are just letting that clock run.
They are letting that clock run. Again, I think it goes back to the point of each offense does not want to see the other offense on that field because they know high-scoring offense, so they're going to say let their defense beat us, not their offense.
Twins right, twins left here on 2nd and 6 from the 45. Torgerson's going to take the snap. Quick pass to the far side, out, and he sailed it over the head of his receiver, Wheeler. As that was a quick out to the far side and just threw it over his receiver's head. 3rd down and 6 coming up now. 2:19 to play in the opening quarter.
Crowd's starting to get a little rowdier. That just might be the marching band and the cheerleaders and the mascot and the Mustang mascot right in front of the cheerleaders. They're trying to get the crowd rocking and rolling.
Yeah, big game here tonight, obviously, for both teams. Winners moving on to the state semifinals. Loser, their season will be done. 3rd down and 6 from the 45. Ball on the left hash. Tight formation as a single receiver out to the left. Send a man in motion here to Beck on a orbit motion. They throw it to Beck. Beck down the sideline. First down to the 30, and he's thrown out of bounds at the 26. They just sent Beck in the orbit motion going around the tailback, and they throw him a swing pass and let the speed do the rest.
Number 33 for Eagle, Connor LeBeau, just missed the tackle. He read the swing pass a little too late. Tried diving just to at least trip up the ball carrier, could not do it. Again, that gives the Madison Bobcats another first down, and this is what Eagle failed to do on their first drive. When it came to plays in opponent territory, they couldn't keep the drive going, but this is what Madison's doing, and this is why they're scoring 35 points a game.
1st and 10 from the Eagle 25 now. Direct snap, Wildcat formation, direct snap to Dredge, and the easiest way to get Dredge going, just snap it directly to him. They pick up 5 over on the left side.
You know he's going to get the ball. You know he's going to make plays. Again, you said it, Lucas. That is the easiest way to get your playmakers the ball.
Yeah, just snap it right to him. Don't even hand it to him. Under 2 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Ball at the 19 over on the left hash. Madison, this is their first possession of the night. Eagle drove their first possession of the night down to about midfield. Madison in the red zone now. 2 backs in the shotgun formation here with Torgerson, the quarterback. Twins right, single receiver left. 2nd down and 4. They hand it off once again over on the right side, spinning his way out of a tackle, Porter Caudle. And Caudle is down to the 15, has another Madison first down.
Porter Caudle showing off for that power right there. And that's what we're seeing out of these Madison Bobcats right here. Just power running up the middle. When you need to get to the outside, you can get to the outside. But you're exploiting the middle of the field and being able to power through and essentially run over guys that can leave the outside parts of the field wide open because you're committing to the run up the middle, trying to fill up those A and B gaps between the guards and the tackles. But establishing the run early is very important, and that is exactly what the Bobcats are doing here tonight.
Pistol set this time on 1st and 10. 38 seconds to play as they hand it off over on the left side, this time to Dredge. Not much over on the left side, maybe a half yard. Under 30 seconds to play. We'll see if Madison gets another playoff before the end of the quarter. 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Safe to say, I think the Mustangs knew what was coming right there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They ran right into the blitz. 15 seconds now in the quarter as Madison just breaks the huddle. 2nd and 10. Clock down to 10 seconds as Torgerson gets to the line, and Madison's going to let this thing expire as Torgerson starts his walk to the sideline over on the far side. We have reached the end of the first quarter. Both teams had it once, and then we moved it, but no points so far.
If you're someone who enjoys a propane fireplace but are having problems with your pilot light, unexpected noises, excessive soot, or strange odors, give Fall River Propane a call. They service all makes and models of propane fireplaces. Fall River Propane, your full-service propane provider. Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Madison Athletics. Taylor Chevrolet has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years with excellent service and a stellar sales team. Taylor Chevrolet is the home of oil changes for life. That's right, buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto leader with a wide selection of Chevrolet and Cadillac models. Come in today and get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Stop by their Rexburg location or visit their website at taylorchev.com.
So as we begin this second quarter here, Zach, both teams with drives that have Madison's is approaching 6 minutes. It'll be over 6 minutes once they get this snap off. Eagle also had a 6-minute drive to begin things, and that's been it. We've had 2 drives combined. Each team's had one.
I wouldn't even say get 2 drives yet, because I'd say we have like 1 3/4 drives because, the Madison drive hasn't even finished yet.
Right. Madison's going to start this second quarter here at the Eagle 15. We'll call it 2nd and 10 as they operate between the hash marks. Man in motion on the jet sweep. They're going to hand it off over on the right side as they hand it off to Cash Summers. Summers racing towards that sideline with a herd of defenders with him. Pushed out of bounds at the 14.
A herd of defenders, yeah. I mean, there were about 4 Mustang defenders just trying to get him down to the ground, but Cash Summers somehow stayed on his feet and was able to get out of bounds and stop the clock temporarily, I should say.
There's a pickup of just about 2 yards. So 3rd down and 8 coming up here for Madison inside the red zone. Ball at the 13 over on the right hash as Madison breaks huddle. Shotgun set for Torgerson. He's got 2 running backs standing to his right, a receiver to each side. Now they go back into the pistol set. Torgerson dropped the ball and jumps right on top of it. They tried to set up a read option, and Torgerson dropped the ball, had to fall on top of it. 4th down and 10 coming up. Decision time for Madison.
Yeah, decision time indeed. Now, if you want to play it more conservative, you take the points, at least establish yourself that we have a lead. This is our game to start. But if you want to be a little more fun, you could go for it. But it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field for this 4th down attempt.
4th and 10. The ball's at the 15, so it would be kind of a long but maybe makeable field goal. I don't know what Madison's kicker has got, but Madison's going to go for it. 4 receivers in the set, trips left. Knee-high snap for Torgerson. Over the middle, pass caught at the 5. 1st down, Madison. 1st and goal now from the 4 as that strike just inside the hash marks gives Madison a 1st down.
Number 8, Hudson Stallings, was the one who came down with that reception right there, and he just got it. You could see he caught it, was going down, but he turned his body and reached that ball to make sure he got that 1st down. So great awareness by that young man right there to make sure he got his team the 1st down and to continue this drive.
Big 4th down pickup for Madison. 1st and 10 now from the 4. Left side, touchdown Madison. Running that one in. Bryce Dredge puts the Bobcats on the board. Dredge, a 4-yard touchdown run. Madison converting on the 4th down. Dredge 1 play later, putting the first 6 on the board.
Now, that was a methodical drive there, Lucas, but who better to earn that touchdown than number 5 running back senior Bryce Dredge? I mean, he was the go-to guy on that drive. They kept handing him the ball, direct snaps right to him. So Bryce Dredge was really the focal point of that first drive. Might be the focal point of tonight's offense for the Bobcats as he gets the first touchdown on the board. It looks like we got a penalty. It looks like number 1, Aaron Zerno, jumped. And it looks like they are going to call it on Eagle for Zerno jumping offsides there on the PAT attempt.
So it'll be half the distance to the goal, and Stoddard, it'll just be a bit of an easier extra point. Now Madison, bit of a change of heart. Are they going to go for 2 now? Half the distance to the goal pushes the ball from the 2 to the 1. It looks like Madison will go for 2. So the 2-point try as Madison huddles up, trying to take advantage of the offsides penalty here for Eagle. 2-point try as Madison breaks the huddle here.
Looks like the Bobcats are looking over to the huddle, trying to communicate something, but Torgensen goes under center.
Single back. Torgensen's going to hand it off on the left side, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Is it enough? He only needed a yard. It is not enough. The Eagle defense holds on the point after attempt, and the score stays at 6.
What a ballsy decision to go for it. Go for 2, I should say. Instead of just kicking the PAT, you decided to go for it on the 1-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium knew it was going to be a run up the middle to the guy that just scored the touchdown, Bryce Dredge, and he got stuffed. I mean, there were 2 Eagle defenders that literally came screaming off the edge, and they got him wrapped up almost immediately.
So 9:57 to play here in the second quarter. Madison a 6-0 lead. And they'll kick it back to Eagle, and it'll be the Mustangs just their second possession of the night. Their first possession was a 6-minute drive. Ended up ending on downs, or a punt, rather. It ended up in a punt. They looked like they were going to go for it. They ended up punting it, but on a little pooch punt. That Eagle does that quite a bit as well. But Madison, their first drive, 6+ minute drive, ends up in the end zone. That's it. That's your summary of the game so far.
Yeah, we got 1 score so far. We're already at 9:57 left in this second quarter. So Madison right there, thanks to that 4th down conversion, really helped chew a little bit more clock as the Bobcats are looking to kick off and boots it away.
Started now kicking from right to left. Zerno again will watch this one bounce into the end zone. So these 2 high-flying offenses, they're not going to score as many points as they're averaging if all these drives last 6 minutes.
Yep, if all these drives last about 6 minutes, yeah, we might see a pretty low-scoring affair for what we know both of these offenses can deliver.
So the Eagle offense will retake the field. They'll start at the 20.
Now the question for this second drive by the Mustangs is, do you try taking some shots down the field? Because we saw both the first drives be methodical, very time-consuming. We might see Eagle here just say, let's take a shot. Let's try making this a quick drive.
Play action on the first play. Pass caught out to the far side. Gain of 5. Just a quick short button hook for Eagle, and it picks up 5 on first down to the 25.
Looks like we're going to have some substitute. Nope, no substitution. Just a little bit of a hurry-up offense there.
Yeah, trying to operate with some pace. And I think you're right. I think both those first drives, teams just kind of getting their feet wet in the game. I think both teams might try to open it up a little bit here. 9.5 to play in the second quarter. Shotgun set. Orbit motion over on the far side for Eagle. They're going to throw it down in the screen, and it dropped it, or just in front of his receiver, I should say. It wasn't really dropped, but they were looking for Gavin Crawford, who came on that motion, and it's incomplete as that pass just off the mark from Ramsey.
Number 55 for Madison, Ezra Sutton, I think made a really awesome play on the ball because he got through the offensive line, and he reached his hand out as if he was going to block it, even though we knew, there was a very, very unlikely chance he was going to block, but just sticking your hand out there can cause a little bit of a distraction for the quarterback to mislead that ball just enough for it to be incomplete, because I'm willing to bet if Sutton's not there, that's a completion, and the Mustangs might be having another first down.
3rd down now and 5. The last thing Eagle will want to do is punt it back to Madison after their 6-minute drive, and a whistle before we get going here. Here come flags. False start on Eagle. Push them back 5 yards. 3rd and 5, now 3rd and 10.
Second penalty on the Mustangs tonight. We're hoping that's not going to be a trend. You don't want to see that to be a trend with any team because, especially, again, I'm going to say it, Lucas, in playoff football, little mistakes, whether it's penalties, whether it's high snaps, whether it's drops, anything like that can really hurt you. So hopefully we don't see a lot of penalties coming out through either of these teams today. You want a very disciplined, even keel game as possible.
Yeah, death by inches, as they sometimes say, right? Third and 9. Twins right, twins left, shotgun set, orbit motion once again coming to the near side. They fake the orbit pass, and this one blocked at the line of scrimmage, batted to the turf, almost intercepted on that deflection. It was Jacob Lee, the big junior, got up in the air, batted it down, and it's incomplete. Punt unit coming on for Eagle.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't expect to see a potential going for it here or a pooch punt. You just send your best punting unit out there and just to boot that thing as far as you can to the right side of the field to hopefully pin Madison back to where they can't really do anything. But we saw in that first drive that methodical offense. So we might see it again.
Yeah, punt time now for Eagle. Beck is back deep to receive this punt, back at his own 40. Backtracking this one, will watch it bounce at the 50, rolls out of bounds at the 49. So now the Madison offense, its second possession of the night. First possession, we've been saying it all night. 6 minutes, ends up in the end zone. You take that every time.
ProPete fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. ProPete can help replace organic matter back into the soil. ProPete is a great product for turf and or ornamental applications as it encourages steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. Uses range from lawns and gardens to shrubs and trees. ProPete wants to wish the Bobcats good luck tonight.
So 1st and 10 for Madison here at the 49. Madison will come out in a twins right, twins left formation, shotgun formation. Torgerson to throw, quick out, pass caught at the 48, stepping out of one tackle, brought down at the 45, crossing midfield, pickup of 5 as the pass caught by Cottle. Again, having all these seniors, Cottle's one of them. This team has this Madison team the last few years has been kind of building for this season with all these seniors. 9 returning starters to this team entering the year. And this team just built to come into the Treasure Valley, that long bus ride, and win a game like this.
Yeah, that long bus ride of about 5 hours, if not more, all the way from Rexburg. But you can see it exactly. Like, just because they didn't make the playoffs last year, they knew the goal. They knew the ultimate goal of we will make the playoffs and we are going to play our best football. And that's what we're seeing from the Bobcats here in this first half.
Just can see the poise of this veteran team. 2nd and 4. Speed option out to the right. Quick pitch having to be hauled in by Beck. Beck all the way back to the 50 and now races down to the 41. A lot going on in that play.
Yeah, Barkley Beck looked like he was going to be stopped for about a loss of like 5. Like, the Mustangs did a great job on getting to the backfield, but Barkley Beck did an even better job to evade those tackles and to weave through traffic to get not only not lose yards, but to get close to a first down.
Pause for an injury here. It is one of the Eagle defenders on his back. Doesn't look to be too serious at the 42. Our trainer's on to tend to him. 7:44 to play here in this second quarter. We'll step aside while they attend to the injury.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Is Connor LeBeau, the injured player for Eagle, walking to the near side. He'll now jog to the sideline, so probably expect to see him back sometime soon. As they did give Madison the first down to the 40, so now it's a 1st and 10 from the Eagle 40. Madison, fresh set of downs, empty set for Torgerson, all alone there in the backfield, standing at the Eagle 45. He'll take a chest-high snap, throws a quick pass, got deflected at the line of scrimmage. It got batted and fell at the feet of the intended receiver.
I know. I thought it was just a bad throw at first. I was like, ooh, that's a little bit of a duck right there. But no, it got tipped by, I believe that was...
I think that was Jeremiah Minute.
Jeremiah Minute did an amazing job. Just, again, reaching out with just his hand. He just tipped the ball enough. And we've seen that from both sides, both teams tonight, I should say. Just getting your hand to at least disrupt the play. Maybe you don't, disrupt it yourself, but you are making the quarterback a little uneasy to make those throws that should be made, but to no avail. The defense is playing well tonight for both sides.
2nd and 10, shuffle pass up the middle, first down and a lot more, down to the 30, stumbling through another tackle and down to the 15. Madison in the red zone once again.
That was a tough run right there. Multiple broken tackles, being able to stay on his feet. I believe that was number 25, the junior Colton Munns on the run right there. First time we're calling his name tonight, and I feel like we're going to be calling his name quite a bit because Colton Munns, that was an insane run right there, breaking, I believe, 3, maybe even 4 tackles to stumble all the way down inside the red zone at the Eagle 17-yard line.
All at that 17, like you mentioned there, Zach, it's over on the right hash as Madison breaks the huddle. Madison looking to strike once again, extend this lead to 2 scores. Shotgun set over on the right side, twins left for the Bobcats as Torgerson now looking towards the side will change things up. Clock under 7 minutes, and now we have a whistle and a timeout taken by Madison.
Blister's Barbecue has a new location. They moved 1 mile down the road to the Teton Lakes Golf Course. The small location change brings no changes to the menu and keeps all the same employees you have come to love, but now includes double the seating and unlimited parking. Come in for a quick lunch or dinner, or let them help you with your holiday catering. Let Blisters make that family or work party a breeze. Visit blistersbarbecue.com/caters for more info. Lava Hot Springs. Idaho is your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off the I-15, their world-famous hot springs are open now from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees, so you can come and soak your worries away. Visit lavahotsprings.com for more information and calendar of hours.
So out of the timeout, both teams have 2 timeouts left in the half. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Madison at the Eagles 17. As Madison will send trips over to the left, single right, single back in the formation, standing to Torgerson's left, speed option left, pitch, Eagles on top of it, but breaking a tackle is Dredge between the hash marks, racing down to the 9.
You could see the Eagle Mustang who tried to make the tackle. I will say he got kind of thrown to the side. Looks like that's number 4, Jack Giannini. With the it kind of looked like he's stumbling a little bit, like it looked like disappointed that he didn't make the tackle, but he also looked like he got kind of banged up by the run by number 5, Bryce Dredge. And Bryce Dredge, we've been calling his name a lot. So
yeah, he's one of the stars of this Madison offense. 2nd down and 2 after the pickup of 8 on the option. Ball between the hash marks, just at the top of where you would paint the soccer 18. Right at the top of the 18 is where this ball is. Under 6 minutes to play. 2 backs in the backfield. They hand it off up the middle. This one going nowhere. Hitting a wall of defenders. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down coming up.
Really good job by Eagle to rally towards the ball carrier. Something that we really haven't seen that much tonight. We've seen one-on-one tackles where especially Bryce Dredge has been just throwing guys off him and breaking those tackles, but a really, really good job to just rally towards the ball carrier and make a stop, as it is now a huge 3rd down here. And if you're Eagle, you have to make a stop. I mean, that goes without saying, but you have to make a stand. It's 3rd and 2, so I feel like everyone might know what's coming here.
Yeah, it might be 4-down territory too. Direct snap. Here to Dredge, over on the right side. Dredge as the 1st down inside the 5, down to the 3. And when Madison lines up in that formation, Dredge just acting as a wildcat quarterback formation essentially. And you said it, there's no hiding what they're doing. This is Dredge up the middle.
This is Dredge up the middle. We got to commit to the run to stop Dredge. Unfortunately for the Eagle defense, that did not happen.
1st and goal now. Same formation. Dredge in at the quarterback wildcat position. Direct snap to Dredge. He's in. Touchdown, Madison. No, now they say he's down at the, has to be the foot line. I thought he was easily in.
Yeah, it looks like they did stuff him, but you move that ball literally like a centimeter forward, that nose of the ball is over that white line.
How is that ball not over the line right now?
It looks like half the football is in the end zone.
Boy, this is the inch line as Madison breaks huddle. 2nd and goal. They'll try it again. Straight ahead. And this time, he's in for the Madison touchdown. This was Cash Summers this time, bulldozing his way to the end zone. Madison leads by 2 touchdowns.
It looks like we got number 5, Bryce Dredge, talking a little bit to the ref as he's heading off the field.
I don't know how that wasn't a touchdown. I mean, they got it in this time, but
but now we're seeing Madison with a 12-0 lead, and it looks like they will be going for 2 again to make up that 2-point conversion they did not get last time. But yeah, I don't know how that wasn't a touchdown the first time, but it looked like Cash Summers, number 9, just cashes it in for a touchdown.
So Madison will go for 2. Back in a quarterback, Torgerson. Single back formation, 2 tight ends left. Toss to the left side, and he's got the corner. Here comes a late flag, though, as Dredge into the end zone on the near side. We'll have to check the flag as it's right in the area of holding. They threw it right as Dredge was turning the corner.
Yeah, the ref was staring at Dredge, literally running a couple feet in front of him, and he threw that flag right immediately.
It is a holding call against Madison, so this is going to move it back 10 yards from the spot. And even if you kick the extra point, now the extra point's a lot harder as well.
And it looks like Madison might be switching formations. Yeah, I see the kicker, number 47, Brayson Stoddard, heading out on the field.
Well, here's the thing, too. Because the penalty was over on the left side, outside of the numbers, they have to kick this extra point from the hash now instead of right down the middle. So this is going to be an extra point attempt of 29 yards from the left hash. Here for the Madison kicker, Stoddard. Bit of a low snap. Kick squeaks in over on the right side. Just squeaked that thing in on the right upright. Madison had to work hard for that point, but it is only a point. 13-0 Madison.
Yeah, that was a very, very close call right there for Madison. But, you capitalize on the PAT right there. Makes it a little bit more challenging, but you get the point. High Desert Hardware in Eagle is where woodworkers go to get the best quality hardwood, lumber, plywood, and custom molding. Take a look in person at 1758 East State Street in Eagle or give them a call at 208-939-9366. You can also find them at www.highdeserthardwood.com. High Desert Hardwood is proud to support the Eagle Mustangs in tonight's game.
So 4:12 left to play here before halftime. Second quarter, 13-0 Madison. A very good Madison team going on the road here tonight. Bobcats entering the night with a 9-1 record. Only loss to Rigby, who's at the other side of the bracket. His end-over-end kick is away, sails into the end zone, and that's a touchback regardless if Eagle wanted to run it out or not. And Eagle will start from their own 20.
Yeah. Madison finishing with that 9-1 record. Rigby also finishing with the same record, but Rigby in the High County Conference finished one game ahead of them, and that Madison 1 loss came from Rigby.
Yeah, and Rigby is on the side of the bracket of where Rocky is. They don't play each other this week. Rocky plays CUNA, I believe, and Rigby plays Post Falls. But both those teams win tonight. That's going to be Rocky-Rigby in the state semifinals. And as good as Rocky is, I'm telling you, Rigby could be in that game at the end of it.
That could very easily be the state championship right there.
It very well could be. 1st and 10 here for Eagle as they'll start this thing on the 20. Handoff to Burnham over on the left side. Burnham trying to search his way outside the numbers and is stopped after just a yard gain. And it's a short gain of about a yard and a half.
We haven't really been calling Noah Burnham's name. Like on that first drive, that first methodical drive that took 6.5 minutes, we were calling his name, seemed to be every other play. But that second drive didn't really call his name that much, didn't really even get him the ball. Quarterback Austin Ramsey seemed to be under a lot of distress there, and the Madison defense really made it difficult in that second drive. But hopefully drive number 3 for this Mustangs team can spark something, get the offense on the field, get some points, and make your defense, I don't know,
Got to get some first downs.
You got to get something, yeah.
3.5 to play before halftime. Shotgun set, 2 receivers left, 1 right, sending a man in motion over to the right. They hand it off to Burnham again. Burnham now between the hash marks, dives his way down to the 28, pickup of about 7 or 8. We'll call it 3rd and short coming up. 3:13 to play before halftime.
I mean, you just need, and you said it, Lucas, you just need those first downs to not only continue your drive, but to keep the Bobcat offense off of the field, which seem to be moving the ball so efficiently, especially via the run game. And number 5, I keep saying his name, Bryce Dredge, who has one of the touchdowns for Madison tonight.
Yeah, it's Dredge and Summers, the 2 touchdowns tonight for Madison. Both short touchdown runs, capping off methodical, long Madison drives. 3rd and short here for Eagle from the 28. Madison heavy box here on 3rd and 2. Eagle look to the near side. They might change the play up here. Shotgun set. Burnham goes from left to right on the side of Ramsey. Ramsey takes a chest-high snap read option. Ramsey pulls it, stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and pushed back. He's not going to get there. 4th down coming up for Eagle, and likely punting time for the Mustangs.
Ramsey, he lowered his helmet. Like he was going to put his body and life on the line to just get that 1st down. But Madison rallying to the ball, reading that read option very, very well, recognizing that Ramsey might be getting this ball because we haven't seen him make a ton of plays tonight. And to no avail, shut down on 3rd and short and forced for a 4th and 1. And we're under the 2-minute mark now. We're at a minute 50 and counting.
Yeah, clock moving as Eagle brings the punt formation out onto the field. Beck back at his own 48. We'll be waiting for this punt, and a whistle and a timeout taken by Eagle. We'll stop the clock at 1:45.
If you're someone who enjoys a propane fireplace but are having problems with either your pilot light, unexpected noises, excessive soot, or strange odors, give Fall River Propane a call. They service all makes and models of propane fireplaces. Fall River Propane, your full-service propane provider. ProPete fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. ProPete can help replace organic black matter into the soil. ProPete is a great product for turf and ornamental applications as it encourages steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. Uses range from lawns and gardens to shrubs and trees. ProPete wants to wish the Bobcats good luck tonight.
So 4th down and short, and Eagles brought the offense back out onto the field. Shotgun set, tight formation, only a single receiver in the formation. Eagles going to go. Ramsey on the keeper on the left side has the 1st down to the 36. Eagle rolls the dice, and they win it this time.
They roll the dice, and they needed a specific combo of those dice to get the 1st down, and they got it. They got what they needed. That was a huge play. Austin Ramsey keeping the ball in his own hands. Didn't get it on 3rd and short, got it on 4th and short, and he converted.
I was wondering why Eagle was the one that called a timeout. That was why. And remember, that was big because that would have set up Madison with a short field with under 2 minutes left to play, and Madison gets the ball to begin the second half. So that could have been stop, touchdown, halftime, touchdown for Madison.
And if that was the case, right? It'd be essentially the ballgame. Madison would be up by 4 possession, but no. Eagle converts.
Handoff Burnham on 1st and 10 to the 35, and he's forward about 2 yards, working up the hash marks to the 37. Clock under a minute now. If Eagles going to score before the half, they got to kick it into gear here. They just have 1 timeout.
Aren't we happy for forward progress, though? Instead of that being a loss of 3, it's a gain of 2.
Yeah, right. Eagles certainly happy about it, yeah, without a doubt. 2nd down, Ramsey to throw. Ramsey steps up in the pocket, looking to run now. Coming towards that near side, looking for the corner. Is just tripped up at the 40 and then hammered at the 44. Eagle wants a targeting type of call, as that was Bryce Dredge who came flying into the 44 and just hammered Ramsey, who now exits the game to the sideline.
Yeah, he's up. He took his helmet off, but, man, he needs a – wow, that was a –
he hit him in the head.
Yeah, he hit him in the head.
No doubt about that.
And he lowered his helmet. Yeah, they might.
But Ramsey was falling to the ground because Ramsey got tripped up at the 40. Someone I didn't see who it was, just clipped his ankles at the 40. And Ramsey was kind of falling to the ground at the 44. And that was when Dredge came in and just drilled him. So now it's the backup quarterback for Eagle. I'll tell you what, I've seen less called. I don't know the exact rules. I've seen less called.
Yeah, and I think it's to just make the game safer. We see that in high school level. We see that on the pro level. We see that especially in college. But I'm shocked that the refs aren't even going to take a look at this.
Ready for action here. 3rd and 1. Twins right, twins left. Eagle will send a man in motion. And it'll be a quarterback keeper over on the right side. This is a 1st down into the second wave of defenders across the 40 and pulled down at the 37. The new quarterback, Gavin Crawford for Eagle, has the Mustangs a 1st down to the 37, and now Eagle will use its last timeout.
I'm looking at the Eagle varsity team. Gavin Crawford, he's a receiver and a DB. There's no backup quarterback.
Yeah, they don't have one listed. Last year they had 2 with Ramsey and Harson. And out of this timeout, they'll have 23 seconds remaining here for Eagle. Just saw a replay of that. What'd you think?
I mean, I definitely would have looked at it, and I mean, I don't know how you can like go about the game and just say, "Yep, just like keep the game going, keep the game rolling." I would have at least like stopped the clock and looked at like a potential targeting call on that. Because yeah, definitely number 5 who made the tackle, Bryce Stridge, who's been a threat on the offensive side, made himself known on the defensive side, but probably not in the way you want to.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 for Eagle out of the timeout. They'll have the ball at the Madison 37. It'll be at the near hash. Again, going with Crawford at quarterback, who just ran for a first down for Eagle. And it is going to be Crawford back in at quarterback. This is Cole Jones actually in at quarterback. And Jones is going to fire one down the near side. It's caught at the 2. Now they say he's out of bounds. The backup quarterback, Cole Jones, floated one down the near side and just let his receiver a half step too far out of bounds. That was Jake Benson, the receiver, almost had the biggest play of the night for Eagle.
That would have been the biggest play pretty much of the game. That was, again, probably like the toe of the cleat was out of bounds. Like he was barely out of bounds. And I did not see number 15, Cole Jones, is the backup quarterback, the sophomore. Probably was not expecting to play tonight.
Yeah, probably not. But here he is, sophomore quarterback, state playoff time. This team needs him here too. 18 seconds to go from the 37. Play action, Jones, again, same play. They float this one down the near side, again out of bounds. And this time he was looking for Dallin Snooks, the junior receiver. The exact same play, and the ball landed almost in the exact same spot down at the 2 out of bounds. 12 seconds to go. Ball still at the 37.
Do you call the same play again? You make it 3 times in a row?
Yeah, why not? I mean, the first look they had, it looked like they had him, and Ramsey's got his helmet back on. Looks like he's going to come back into the game.
Yep, he's coming back in the game.
Yeah. So 3rd and 10 with 12 seconds to go with the 37. Ball in the near hash. They've tried 2 fly routes in a row down that near sideline. We'll see if they go 3 in a row. Trips left, single receiver right here on 3rd and 10. Ramsey to throw. Same play. They throw it down the near side, and this time it's incomplete. This time the receiver was inbounds in between the hash marks and the numbers, but the pass a little bit too far as they were looking for the intended receiver there. 6 seconds to go. 4th down coming up. Might as well go.
Might as well run the same plays you've been running. This time it wasn't just a fly route down the right sideline. It looked to be a little bit of like some sort of like deep double move where the receiver cuts in for like a post, and then he cuts back out for a streak. I mean, yeah, 4th and 10, 6 seconds left. Just wait for something to develop and throw it to the end zone and hope you can get some luck.
They've tried that same corner of the end zone 3 times in a row. We'll see if it's 4 times in a row here. 4th down and 10, just 6 seconds left to play. Ball at the 37. Ramsey will come out, 4 receivers in the set, single receiver right to that near side where they've tried it, 3 left. Ramsey looking, Ramsey under pressure. Ramsey going to throw on the run, floats this one towards the end zone. It's going to be dropped on the interception. Here comes a flag though. For now, it's the end of the half. There is a flag sitting in the end zone. And now the officials, Madison was halfway to the locker room, and now the officials are going to have to push him back to the side. A flag is in the end zone, might give Eagle another play.
The Bobcats, Madison, they were, again, halfway down the field, already heading to the locker room.
Guys, let's go.
Yeah, they were like, hey, hurry, we see the flag, let's get off the field. But the refs told them to stop, and it looks like the call might be on Madison.
It is holding against Madison, so it will give Eagle another play. So they're going to have, I think it's 1 untimed down. It will be an untimed down. Whether it's 1st down or 4th down, doesn't matter. It's the last play of the half.
Yeah, there's no such thing as 5th down in football, so.
Right, unless you're Colorado. My parents listening back at home will love that one.
Are they big Colorado fans?
Yeah, grew up in Colorado.
Yep.
I mean, we lived in Fort Collins, which is Colorado's rival.
Colorado
right?
State, yep.
So, so they're going to move this ball. Wow, all the way down to, well, now they march it back. They set it at the 31. They had that one all the way down to the 20, but they spotted at the 31. It is a first down, and we will have one untimed down and another shot to the end zone coming here for Eagle.
5 defensive backs out there.
And timeout taken by Madison.
Levitt Select is locally operated with locations in Rexburg, Rigby, Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and Boise. Levitt's mission is to help our community by providing policies personalized to each consumer's needs. The community they work and live in is their #1 priority. As such, they offer a wide range of insurance products and companies able to take care of their community's assets. Levitt Select wants to be your insurance professionals. Please call them today at 208-522-2582. Once again, that is 208-522-2582. Levitt Select Insurance, here for all your insurance needs.
So Eagle back out onto the field, still waiting for the Madison defense. Now here they come. Ball's at the 26 of Madison. On the near hash, Eagle will have twins right, twins left here on this single untimed down before we hit the break. Ramsey will be in the gun. He's got Burnham to his left. Madison playing a prevent look. They'll rush 4.
5 DBs, 2 linebackers on the field, rushing 4.
Chest high snap for Ramsey. Zings one over the middle. Pass is caught at the 4, and he reaches towards the end zone. Touchdown, Eagle! Eagle takes advantage of the untimed down, and they put 6 on the board. Crawford caught it at the 4 and reached it over the goal line just barely by about a foot.
Gavin Crawford, what an insane play. First he catches it. It has to go up in the air to catch the ball. Feet were not on the ground. They were in the middle of the air as he caught it. Went down, saw he had a little bit of a pathway to get to the end zone, gets tackled at about the 2, reaches the nose of the football across the goal line to score and give Eagle their first points.
Buchhold on for the extra point is up and good. A wild ending to this first half. But as we hit the break, 13-7 our score, is the video guy up here in the booth giving us another look at it. Yeah, Crawford caught that at about, the 3? In between those hash marks, raced towards the goal line and just barely reached it over the goal line to give Eagle its first touchdown of the night. 13-7 here from Eagle as we hit the break. You're listening to IdahoSports.com.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
We're Valleywide Cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valleywide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Dear Triathlon, let's take on iconic trails and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
Halftime here at IdahoSports.com. Coverage of the state football playoffs tonight presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Zach White and Lucas Gephardt bringing you coverage of this 6A state quarterfinals matchup here between Eagle and Madison. Zach, a wild ending to the end of that first half. Eagle had the ball way back at its own, 35, we'll call it. Fourth and about half a yard. Eagle ran the punt unit out on the field, called a timeout, change of heart. Here comes the offense. Ramsey picks up the first down just over on the left side, got it by maybe a yard and a half. Couple plays later, he leaves the game with a head injury, just got absolutely whacked on that near sideline, right at about the 45. Here comes not one but two players playing quarterback, and Gavin Crawford, who picks up a big first down for Eagle. And then you have Cole Jones, the sophomore quarterback, comes in, throws a couple bombs down the side as well. Neither of those were complete. Ramsey comes back in. They throw another one down to the end zone. You have a flag, which gives Eagle an untimed down. And then you have Crawford, who was at quarterback, catches a touchdown, caught it right at the 3, barely reached it across the goal line, and Eagle gets its first touchdown of the night. Just a crazy ending to that first half. But all that to say this, say Eagle doesn't get that fourth down where it was 4th and 1. Madison then has a short field with about 2 minutes to go. Say they punch it in, and then Madison gets the ball to begin the second half. So that one play, that fourth down, big for Eagle because they go and punch it in over at the other end. That's potentially a 14, maybe a 21-point swing.
That was absolutely huge, and I think you hit the nail right on the head in that fourth down conversion on Eagles' own 35, 40-yard line. That conversion by quarterback Austin Ramsey, huge. Austin Ramsey then leaves the game hurt because he got head-on-head. We both think there should have been at least a penalty, targeting of some sort on number 5, Bryce Dredge, who we've highlighted on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, absolutely knocks Austin Ramsey out of the game. I thought he was going to be out for the rest of the half, and they were going to have to look at him. But he comes back in the game about 3-4 plays later, throws an absolute strike to the receiver Gavin Crawford on the no-time play. There were zeros on that clock, so that half should have been ended. But there was a penalty on the prior play by Madison. And Madison, their team was already halfway down the field going to the locker room, and the refs had to say, nope. Guys, you have to stop there. You still have to play because this penalty is on you. So Madison right there kind of blew their own chance. They could have gotten out of that half unscathed, but that holding penalty on defense really hurt them, leading to that Gavin Crawford touchdown. And Eagle, just like that, is right back in this game.
Yeah, it's crazy how much can change off of one fourth down play. Totally changed the complexion of this game. So we do have a score from East Idaho over in Rigby. Rigby up big right now in Post Falls, 35-7. So Rigby is on the top half of the bracket. These two teams on the bottom half of the 6A bracket. Rigby appears to be on its way to the state semifinals. Madison's trying to get back there for the first time since 2012. Eagle was there just last year. Ended up losing 7-6, just a knock them out, drag them out type of game last year in those semifinals against Coeur d'Alene. Eagle lost 7-6. And speaking of Coeur d'Alene, they just kicked things off up north. Coeur d'Alene is hosting Middleton tonight. Middleton's a team that beat Highland in kind of those knock them out, drag them out type of games last week in the first round of the state playoffs, beating Highland. Now Middleton's got to go up north. Never easy for a Treasure Valley team to go to North Idaho.
Definitely not. And the winner of this game will be playing the winner of that Coeur d'Alene Middleton game.
They will, yep. So winner of this game, depending on how things shake out, may have to go up north next week to play Coeur d'Alene.
Which, again, you just said it is never an easy task when you have to go all the way to North Idaho to play in Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah, and the other thing is you have Rocky and Cuna, that game underway as well. We don't have a score from that game up on the Friday Night Flash, but Rocky heavily favored in that game here tonight. And if Rocky's able to get past Cuna here tonight, that sets up a Rigby-Rocky state semifinals, which will be just two absolute heavyweights going at it next week. So Rigby appears to be on its way to the state semifinals. Rocky trying to get there as well. So are Coeur d'Alene and Middleton. And, of course, these two teams as well. So we'll go over the scoring summary real quick. Just about 5 minutes left before we kick things off in the second half. Scoring summary for Madison. It's Summers and Dredge who have the 2 touchdowns. Dredge had the first touchdown for Madison. Summers the second. Madison, you said it in the break, the missed extra, the not getting the 2-point conversion, right? That may come back to haunt Madison.
Yeah, that definitely will, because let's say the Mustang defense gets a stop. You stop the Madison offense, which is something you have not been able to do at all in the first half. Limited drives, but you were not able to do it.
2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
2 drives, 2 touchdowns. So let's say this opening drive, the Mustangs come out strong. They come out hyped and motivated after that huge miracle play at the end of the half, and they get a stop. And then if Eagle were to go down the field and score a touchdown, and they just simply kick the PAT, I know there's still a lot of game left to play, but in that moment, Eagle would be winning 14-13. And so that's the really question on the Madison sideline. Going for 2 and not getting it, that really might come back to bite you late in this game.
Yeah, they definitely rolled the dice. Didn't end up winning that one. And they went for 2 on their second touchdown as well, and they got it, but it was called back for a holding penalty. And then their kicker had to kick it back him up 10 yards. Had to kick this one, ended up a 19-yard attempt, now a 29-yard attempt. And give Bryson Stoddard some credit, the junior kicker for Madison, knocked that one through from 29 yards from the left hash as well. So that's how Madison got their 13. We already talked about how Eagle got their 7 right at the end of the half. Crawford putting Eagle on the board on the last play, untimed down before we hit the break. So halftime here, 13-7. We'll take a break on IdahoSports.com. Coverage of the second half coming up. Eagle 7, Madison 13 as we hit the break here at IdahoSports.com.
I can't believe we have to make this commercial.
It's ridiculous.
You'll think it's ridiculous too. Listen to this.
This commercial is about, well, it's about parents being rude at high school athletic events.
Ridiculous, right?
It gets worse. Studies show more than 75% of new high school officials are quitting because of bad adult behavior.
So now there's a shortage of refs here in Idaho, in almost all sports.
No officials means no more games.
Is that what you want for us?
Come on, parents.
It's time to grow up.
Cheer for your team.
Be proud of your children.
But stop being so ridiculous.
And don't make us run another commercial.
Because we will.
This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association, reminding you to always practice good sportsmanship.
Deal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance.
It doesn't matter. It's about whatever makes you say to yourself, I am great.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Madison Athletics. Taylor Chevrolet has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years with excellent service and a stellar sales team. Taylor Chevrolet is the home of oil changes for life. That's right, buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto leader with a wide selection of Chevrolet and Cadillac models. Come in today and get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Stop by their Rexburg location or visit their website at taylorschev.com.
So all set to begin things here for the third quarter, second half of action here in the 6A state quarterfinals. Eagles going to be kicking things away. Here they'll be kicking from left to right. 2 men back deep to receive from Madison is Beck and Franson. As the kicker, Buchholz, has this teed up right on the X in between the hash marks at the 40. And it is going to be a surprise onside kick for Eagle, but Madison was ready for it. I say it is going to be a surprise because we were talking about it in the booth before that happened. It was a conversation, does Eagle try it? They try it, but Madison ready for it, and one of the up men just sat right on top, right under it, went up and grabbed it.
Head coach James Clough for Eagle, embracing his inner Sean Payton right there. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way they wanted to, but it was very, very close. I don't know who recovered that kick from Madison, but great job on that young man right there. Just really, he secured the ball as if it was a normal catch, and he just kept rolling, and he said, I'm not losing possession of this football. Giving Madison the ball at, the 43-yard line?
Yeah, the 43, the Madison 43, so their own 43. It's just so funny. We were talking about if that was going to happen during the break, but Madison, 1st and 10, here they are from the 43. Ball's on the ground, and Eagle jumps on top of it. Recovering the fumble, Connor LeBeau, and the Mustangs don't get it on the kick, but they get it on the fumble.
That was an insane play. Wow, that was a crazy play. Insane, crazy, call it whatever you like. Right there, that is exactly what Eagle needed to get back in this game. We saw the touchdown at the end of the half, the miracle touchdown right there to get them points. And now if you're Eagle, you have to take advantage. You just have to get points on this drive. You are sitting at the Madison 39-yard line, the 39-yard line. So you are close to the red zone. You just have to be able to do a methodic drive. I think they need to go back to what they did in that first drive. Just move down the field at a slow pace, keep Madison, the offense, off the field.
1st and 10 here from the Madison 39. They go to Burnham on 1st and 10. Burnham down to the 35. Picks up about 4 or 5 yards. You're absolutely right, Zach. This is Eagles got to punch this thing in. Not just in terms of they probably take the lead with the point after try, but just in terms of momentum. You had the play at the end of the half. You get the early fumble, and you saw it. The head coach, this coaching staff here for Eagle, they saw the opportunity for momentum, so they tried the onside kick, didn't get it. Fortunately for Eagle, they get it right back on the fumble. 2nd down and 7 as Eagle breaks the huddle. Ball just inside the right hash mark. Tight formation this time. Single receiver to the right. 2 tight ends left. They motion Burnham out. Twins right. Now they motion him back. And they're going to hand him off on a jet sweep. Burnham over on the left side. Burnham down the hash marks. Runs over a defender with the 1st down. A flag is sitting back at the 32.
You saw the ref. He threw that flag, and then he moved closer, picked up the flag, threw it closer to the pile of all the players, and then ran away. Just to show them, hey, there is a flag on the field, boys. There is a flag on the field.
Holding against Eagle, and that's a killer. And this one is going to move back 10 yards. It is a spot foul, and it did occur about 8 yards down the field from the line of scrimmage. So it is going to push Eagle behind the sticks a little bit, but not as detrimental as holding penalties normally are. 2nd and 12 coming up.
You could see head coach James Clough talking to the ref on the near sideline about what happened there, why that was a holding penalty. Seemed he didn't get the answer he wanted as he was pretty frustrated walking away back towards the 50-yard line as the Eagle offense gets out of the huddle.
Trips left, single right, 2nd and 12. Eagle from the Madison 41. Ramsey to throw. Rolling to the near side. Ball pops out of his hand. The ball is loose, and Madison jumps on top of it. That one just fell right out of Ramsey's hands, and Ezra Sutton there to jump on top of it. The Bobcats reclaim possession now.
We see one fumble by Madison, gives Eagle a chance to get back in this game, and then unfortunately Ramsey couldn't corral that ball, and he just lost it, and there was no Eagle player to get that ball.
He just flat dropped it. He went to go throw, and he just dropped it.
And the sad thing is, the unfortunate thing for Ramsey is as coaches are talking to him on the sideline to keep his composure, he had guys open down the middle of the field. There were at least 2 guys he could have thrown to that would have gotten him the first down and more yardage.
So 2 fumbles to open this second half. Both offenses open the game with 6+ minute drives. Counter out of the Wildcat formation, just tripped up. As that was Beck, who was trying to turn the corner, was a step away from turning it.
Number 8, Cole Brooks, 6'3", 225-pound defensive end, grabs him by the ankles and brings him down, which could have been a detrimental play for this Eagle team as they had momentum, and then they lose it with the fumble and almost lost all of it right there with that huge touchdown run. But if you're the Eagle defense, you have to stay strong.
Beck was he was a step and a half maybe away from breaking that. Instead, he picks up 5, 2nd and 5. 10 minutes to go. 2 backs in the set here this time as the direct snap goes to Dredge. Dredge trying the right side. Dredge has the first down to the 28, working between the hash marks. Bobcats move the chains. 9:50 to go in the third.
You could see some of the Eagle defenders trying to poke that ball. I couldn't identify a number, but you could see someone was trying to punch at the ball. He punched that ball at least like 3 times, trying to force the 3rd fumble of this quarter, but no fumble. They're really going to emphasize ball security, I would assume, going forward. At least that's what we've seen the Madison Bobcats doing.
Sticking with the Dredge formation, Wildcat formation, Dredge, the direct snap again, up the middle, Dredge down to the 25 as he works between the hash marks once again. Pickup of about 3, approaching the 9-minute mark of this third quarter. And now Torgerson, the Madison quarterback, comes back out on the field, and a tackle jogs off the field.
I think we can assume for the first couple downs that we would see Dredge shotgun formation, and as Dredge does leave the field for this 2nd and 6, we see Torgerson, the quarterback, step back onto the field. So might be a pass, yet it also might not be a pass.
Summers over to his left. They're going to try a counter here with Cottle, who was lined up in a receiver slot formation as they try Cottle over on the right side. Short gain of about 1 yard. That's 2 times in this drive now that Madison has tried some sort of counter on this Eagle defense. Just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, because
something.
Yeah, you just don't want to hand the ball off to Dredge right up the middle. You don't want to hand the ball off to Summers right up the middle. You want to mix things up a little bit. And they are getting number 22 Cottle involved in a multitude of ways.
Torgerson shotgun set, 3rd and 5. A running back to each side. And now he's looking towards that near side. The running backs are Summers and Cottle. Torgerson trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage. He'll take a knee-high snap, and he loses the ball again, and he jumps on top of it. But 4th down coming up for Madison. We've had the ball hit the turf 3 times in 3 drives now. Madison fortunate to get this one back.
I mean, it's been about 4.5 minutes, and we've seen the ball hit the turf 3 different times. So we need to see more discipline from this team, as they are going to go for a field goal attempt.
It's Brayson Stoddard. We'll call it 39 yards. Between the hash marks, straight down the middle. Stoddard, no problem. Good with room. 16-7 Madison.
We saw Stoddard in the middle of, during halftime, came out early, did some practice kicks, and he was making them from, he made a couple from 50 yards, so that kick looked way too easy for Stoddard right there.
Yeah, good from 39 yards as he kicked that one from the 29. So Madison cashes in 3 points off of the turnover. And I don't know, something's in the water out here in Eagle, because the ball's hit the ground 3 times in not even 5 minutes here in this third quarter.
Yeah, it's not raining. I can't see. It's not raining out here. I don't know. I'm not sure what it is.
But a clean first half for both offenses. Both offenses seemed like they were taking care of the ball, and then all of a sudden you hit the halftime break and ball pops out 3 times. So Madison getting set to kick this away from the 40. Stoddard has it teed up over on the far hash, over on the right hash. As Zerno and Makita back deep to receive here for Eagle. Stoddard boots this one away, end over end kick. Eagle's going to get its first chance to return this one from the 4. Here they come, up the numbers, breaking a tackle across the 40, across the 50, down to the 45 goes Makita. Luke Makita, the sophomore, maybe a bit of a jump start to this next Eagle drive, returns it all the way out to the 45.
Luke Makita was running down that sideline. As soon as he got through all the different blocks and whatnot, I couldn't see him. I thought he was already down. And next thing I see Luke Makita explode through the 50, gets tripped up barely.
They're going to bring it back. There's a flag on the play sitting all the way back at the 38. I didn't see that flag when he first started bringing that out, but it is going to be a flag against Eagle, and it's going to bring the ball all the way from the Madison 45 all the way back to the Eagle 28. Wow.
I know, that seemed like a late flag because I didn't see that flag be thrown on the kickoff either, but maybe because we were so focused what was happening on the 50 and the 45, flag was thrown around the 30.
So this Eagle drive will start at its own 28. They lost the ball, fumble last time out. Swing pass to Burnham, incomplete.
That's the second time we've seen a swing pass. Looks to be just a bubble screen, trying to get it to Burnham, and both times has just the quarterback Ramsey has thrown it a little too ahead and a little too low for Burnham to be able to catch and get some yards after the catch.
Yeah, the idea there, you want to catch and run. You literally want to throw it kind of in front of the running back so he almost runs into the ball. And Ramsey just threw it about a yard too far in front of Burnham there.
Coaches trying to calm his quarterback down. We saw after the fumble on that last drive, came to the sideline. A bunch of coaches were like, hey, keep your composure. Don't lose this game. We are still in this football game. Ramsey goes to the sideline, get to play. Coaches probably remind him once again, it's okay. We have multiple downs. You have a team around you. Football is a big team sport, so you have to rely on your teammates. This is not hero ball. What should not be hero ball whatsoever.
2nd and 10, tight formation for Eagle. They're going to try this one on a counter jet sweep, and Madison was ready for it. That was Jake Giannini. They tried on the left side there, and he lost yards, loss of 2.
Number 22 for Madison is Porter Cottle. We've shouted his name out on offense. Similar to number 5, Bryce Dredge, makes a really nice sound TFL, and now forcing a 3rd and long here for the Mustangs.
3rd and 13, 6.5 to play in this third quarter. And that started field goal, Zach, just doing Lucas math here. It's a 2-score game, right?
That is a 2-score game, yep.
The lead's now 9. So Eagle down 2 scores now here with 3rd and 13. So that was a big field goal by Stoddard. Play action. Ramsey will throw. Ramsey with time. Throws one down the far side into traffic. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. It'll basically act as a punt as the Madison DB is dragged to the ground at the 39. Coming up with the interception was Lucas Franson. The junior comes up with the 2nd turnover of the night for Madison.
Trying to take a shot to number 6, Jake Benson, the senior receiver. 6'3", so he has the height to be able to go up and get that ball. But if that ball was thrown too far to the inside part of the field, more closer to the us, where it looked like the person who intercepted the ball, it looked like he was being the receiver.
Yeah, you're right, it did. So Franson with the interception. Here comes the Madison offense once again. This drive starting at their own 39. Shotgun set, Torgerson to throw. Torgerson has a man down the far side, throws it up for grabs, incomplete. He was looking for Beck. DB did a great job in closing as that ball was falling back down towards Beck, and it's incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Number 12, Zay Wright, and a guy we were anticipating on calling his name quite a bit for the Eagle offense, calling his name out for defense. Really nice play to just stick his hand out. He turned his head before the ball was in possession to catch it, to track the ball, stuck his hand out and broke it up. We're to Beck, trying to get it to Beck, where Beck did have some space. He got speed, and he's shown he has speed center, so he had at least a couple steps, but great job by Zay Wright to catch up and break that pass up.
Yeah, great closing speed by Wright there. 2nd and 10. Press coverage this time. Play action. They're going to dump it to Cottle in the flat. Cottle throws a stiff arm at the 42 and brought down at the 45 to pick up a 6. 3rd down coming up. Under 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Coach Zach coming in right now. That looked to me exactly like stick. If you are familiar with what a stick formation is and stick routes, you have the tight end run essentially just like a little out curl. You have your slot receiver run a flat route, and you have your X receiver on the other side, on like the outside I should say, run a streak. So you open that stuff underneath, and Cottle was that tight end stick route that ended up getting a huge gain.
Important 3rd down here. 3rd and 4 from the Madison 45. Ball in the near hash. 2 running backs here in the shotgun set, stand in the backfield. They hand it off over on the left side. He's not going to get there. A yard short. 4th and 1 coming up as they try it with Dredge. And now decision time for Madison. Do you go for it or do you punt it being up 2 scores?
I think they're going to go for it. And if I'm looking at this Madison huddle, I'm not seeing the quarterback Torgensen, number 10, out there.
Well, they like to run that Wildcat formation with Dredge. I think we're going to see that here. As Madison's huddling up, looking like they're going to go for it. 4th and 1 from their own 48. Ball on the near hash. Single receiver type formation out to the far side. Direct snap to Dredge. Up the middle. He's not going to get there, or is he? It is right at the sticks. Stopped initially. Did he fall forward enough? We wait for the signal. Eagle pointing as if they stopped him. And the officials looking towards the chains. Some head nodding from the men in stripes, and they're going to measure. This is close.
This is very, very close, Lucas. At first, just on first glance, it didn't look like Dredge got enough.
He was stopped initially, but the second effort might have just given him enough.
And they're just eyeing the ball. There's no sort of real measurements. I get it's high school, but there's no real measurements going on. And Eagle is still pointing to the right side, indicating that they stopped him, and it should be their ball.
Eagle thinks they have a stop. Here come the chains.
I was going to say, yeah, we need the chains out here.
As they jog it in from the far sideline. We can't see the ball, but the Eagle reaction on the near sideline will tell us. And he's short. Eagle football at the 48.
We have seen throughout just this quarter, I need to say, so many stops. We've seen fumbles. We've seen interceptions. We've seen 4th down stops and turnover on downs. We've seen so many. But what we need, what the Eagle fans and the offense needs to do is get the ball down the field. Now, I get Austin Ramsey. He still might be a little shaken up after that hit. Not sure how he's feeling. But you cannot turn the ball over. You need to trust your playmakers. I've seen a couple receivers say that I'm open underneath. Just give me a shot. So he needs to play team ball.
1st and 10 this drive again, starting in Madison territory. Burnham on the near side, working outside the numbers, down to the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting at the 48, under 4.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Again, the score on your scoreboard looks closer than it is. It's a 2-score game. Eagles got to score twice.
I know that Lucas math really coming into play right there.
Sometimes
9 points,
sometimes it fails us, but I think we got this one right. 2nd down and 5. 4 minutes to play as Eagle breaks the huddle. Twins right, single receiver left, tight end left in a flank position for Eagle. Ramsey standing to his right. He'll get the ball in the draw here. Ramsey up the middle. Down the hash marks he goes, and there he goes. Touchdown, Eagle. He just got tripped up at the 5 and falls into the end zone, and the Mustangs have a long touchdown run from Noah Burnham.
Noah Burnham just breaking between the gaps, zooms right up the middle, and gets a huge gain, and he was moving. That kid has some strides, and his hands were moving up and down. That's the fastest I've ever seen before, and Noah Burnham with a huge touchdown run to put Eagle hopefully within 2 points, less than a field goal. So less than a one-possession game, less than one possession, if you will.
Yeah, Lucas Math has this one back down to a one-possession game. Snap, hold, and kick all up and good. A bit of a high snap.
Bit of a high snap, and if that snap misses, definitely not making the PAT, but who knows, Madison could pick that up and run it all the way for 2 points of their own. But that did not happen, and Eagle down by 2. It is now 16-14 off that huge touchdown run by the running back Noah Burnham.
Yeah, Burnham can scoot. You saw it there.
Again, I said it with that kid. He doesn't have the longest strides in the world, but his legs are moving. Like, his legs are stomping that turf as fast as they could. I've never seen something like that from before. And he's only a junior.
Yeah, he'll be back next year. He is one of the best running backs in the SIC. Gets Eagle to within 2. Eagle will kick it back to Madison here. 3:43 left to play in the 3rd quarter. This one's shaping up to be a fun ending here on IdahoSports.com. Eagle and Madison here in the 6A state quarterfinals. 2 teams with combined losses of just 3. Low kick will take a bounce at the 6. Madison fields it off a hop. Here they go down that far side out to the 20 and dropped at the 24. So here come the Bobcats here for the next drive. Eagles kind of been living on the edge a little bit because they get that fourth down that we talked about at the halftime break, that 4th and 1, and they end up getting the crazy touchdown at the end of the half. And then they stop Madison on a 4th and 1 at midfield. A couple plays later, boom, they have it in the end zone.
They're clutch on 4th down. They're a very clutch team. I wish we had stats on 4th down conversion throughout the season, but I would assume based on what I'm seeing tonight, or else it might just be playoff football and the intensity that brings, but they're pretty good on 4th down. So when it matters, when it comes to crunch time, they know how to play.
1st and 10 here from the 24. And they're going to try the right side here. I think that's Dredge, as Dredge has about 2, maybe 3, 4 yards now over on the right side.
We haven't called Dredge's name too much in this third quarter, but you still have to admit he's still an X factor. He's still a big-time player you have to watch out for. And Dredge, what I've seen from this Madison team, very power-oriented. They're not so much a finesse team to scoot to the outside and make people miss. They're a team that will run at you, run through you, and be more physical. So we need to see if this Eagle defense can come to the task and be just as physical.
That was Dredge on the last carry. 2nd and 6 now from the left hash. Swing pass out to Dredge, incomplete. And we've seen that on both sides now, just leading the back just about a step too far on those little swing passes. Eagles done it a couple times. Torgerson does it here.
Now we could see it being a potentiality of the running back moving too far back and not running too far forward, if that makes sense, or it could be just being an overthrown ball. Whatever it is results in incompletions as it leads to a 3rd down, and I believe that's at 6 for Madison. And you have to get this because you do not want to give Eagle, who has momentum, the ball back.
Yeah, without a doubt. 3rd and 6 from the 27. Empty set for Torgerson. He'll throw. Torgerson, short pass, caught short of the 1st down marker. He won't get there. Pass was caught by Thompson, and Micah Thompson's going to be about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And the punt unit definitely coming on, and definitely the smart decision. Now, if we saw a fake here, because we saw an onside kick to start this half.
Yeah.
If we saw a fake punt here, these teams are pulling out all the strings, and we're not even in the 4th quarter yet.
Yeah, I think everything's on the table right now for sure. It is a 4th and 2 here for Madison at its own 31, and they will punt. Now as Cottle will be the punter. Back deep to receive Crawford for Eagles, standing at his own 40. Madison's going to bring it in tight formation. They think Eagle might be coming after the punt. High snap for Cottle, goes over his head, but Cottle able to recover and boot it away. Fair catch at the 40. That could have been absolutely disastrous for Eagle. Good job by Cottle to gather himself, take a breath, and still get a good punt away.
Yeah, Cottle, high snap. We've seen a couple high snaps from both teams tonight, and if that one slips through Cottle's hands and he cannot coddle that football,
there you go.
I had to say, and he doesn't retain possession of that football, Eagle might have a chance to get that ball on Madison's 15 to 10 yard line.
Yeah.
So good job by Cottle there to collect himself quickly and get the ball out and punt it to the 40-yard line. When you're in a situation like that, that punt could easily have gone 20 yards or 10 yards.
Yeah, it could have been a lot shorter. Instead, Eagles going to start this next drive at their own 41. They hand off to Burnham. Burnham just fresh off that long touchdown run, has nothing here, maybe a yard. And Eagles trailing by 2 here, late stages of the third quarter, 1:43 to go, clock moving. But it feels like Eagle is ahead.
It does feel like Eagle is ahead in this game. And honestly, based on the play, combining all what we've seen so far, because I haven't seen a lot from Madison. Yes, they got the field goal in this quarter, but other than that, we've seen fairly sloppy football from the Madison Bobcats in this third quarter.
Yeah.
But it does seem like Eagle should be winning this game. They've had the ball more. They've had more drives. They have more opportunities. But the thing that's really killing them is the turnover bug. Couple turnovers. Now Madison does have a turnover of their own and turnover on downs, but the interception and the fumbles is not helping Eagle.
Eagles made the plays when they needed to make them. Play action here on 2nd and 9. Here comes the pressure, and Ramsey thrown to the turf back at the 30. A big sack for the Madison defense. 3rd and forever coming up.
And as we say, Eagle knows how to make the plays when it matters. Madison right there on second down then gets a huge sack to force Eagle to have a 3rd and long. But we've seen Eagle convert these 3rd or just necessarily just long downs. They know how to make this, so this is familiar territory for the Mustangs.
Looked like that was Spencer Mahaffey in there for the sack. Sutton in there as well. 3rd down and 19. Under 30 seconds to play here in the 3rd quarter. Madison by 2. Eagle with the ball, a 3rd and long coming up here between the hash marks at its own 33. 4 receivers in the set, Twins right, Twins left. Orbit motion going over to the far side. Ramsey will throw. Here comes the pressure again. Ramsey escapes, dumps this one down to Burnham. Pass is caught. Now they blow it dead. That play was basically over before they come in and blow it dead. And a timeout appears to have been called by Eagle. All right. I like that play was over.
That play. So Ramsey had just thrown the ball to Burnham, but Burnham was about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and there were Madison defenders swarming to him. So I don't know exactly what that could have done. So Eagle.
Maybe someone didn't hear a whistle or something.
Maybe.
Something like that. Anyway, go ahead.
Blister's Barbecue has a new location. They have moved 1 mile down the road to the Teton Lakes Golf Course. The small location change brings no changes to the menu and keeps all the same employees you have come to love, but now includes double the seating and unlimited parking, Lucas.
Nice. I love it.
Come in for a quick lunch or dinner, or let them help you with your holiday catering. Let Blisters make that family or work party a breeze. Visit blistersbarbecue.com/caters for more information.
One of the great restaurants over there in eastern Idaho, Blister's Barbecue. I want to thank them for partnering with us here tonight. 3rd down and 19. 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Likely the final play of this 3rd quarter before we head to the 4th. Trips left, single right. Ramsey in the gun. Ramsey, delayed handoff to Burnham. Burnham out to the 35, now down to the 40. He's 12 yards short of the 1st down marker. So handoff and punt was the decision there from Eagle, and we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter. 16-14, Madison as we head to the 4th. Bobcats going to get the ball when we resume.
Grand Peaks, your community health center, is proud to support our local athletes and keep them healthy on their road to the state titles. Grand Peaks, located in St. Anthony and Rexburg, and now Idaho Falls, provides affordable medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services for the entire family. Visit grandpeaks.org for a full list of services. Good luck, Bobcats, from all the staff at Grand Peaks. Lava Hot Springs. Idaho is your destination for a fun or relaxing day, whichever you choose. Just 11 miles off I-15, their world-famous hot springs are open now from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and until 11 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. The all-natural geothermal hot springs are always a warm 102 to 112 degrees, so you can come and soak your worries away. Their indoor aquatic center with Kiddie Cove is now open Fridays and Saturdays, noon to 8 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m., with special weekday hours. Visit lavahot.springs.com for more information and calendar of hours.
Other scores around the 6A classification as we head to the 4th. Coeur d'Alene leading Middleton 14-7 in the 2nd. Rigby leading Post Falls 45-7 in the 3rd quarter, and Rocky leading Cuna 21-0. That game in the 2nd, per the Friday Night Flash. Probably a little bit later into that one, but 4th down and 11. Eagle going to get set to punch this one away. Ramsey backs up into a pooch punt. No one back deep to receive from Madison, and the ball will roll down to the 25. Bobcats will get the ball back again. Said a few minutes ago, it feels like they have the lead, feels like they don't. So crucial here to pick up some first downs, get some of that momentum back on their side, especially if they can punch it in here.
I've said it many times, whether it's football, basketball, baseball even, momentum is, I believe, the biggest swinger in any sport. Mm-hmm. You have the momentum, you're likely going to be doing some good things and get a lead back, extend a lead, do whatever, make good plays. Momentum is a huge critical factor. And in my opinion, it doesn't seem like either of his teams really has it. It's like one team has it, then they lose it. The other team gets it, then they lose it. So it's like they're just kind of giving each other chances, and neither team is really coming forward and making those big momentum-shifting plays.
Yeah, without a doubt. 1st and 10. Madison's going to keep it on the ground. First down, and dancing out of bounds is Beck. Beck had the corner and pushed out of bounds at the 38. It's a first down for Madison.
Beck, we saw Burnham on that 44-yard touchdown scramble. See how fast he was stomping the ground with his legs? Beck for Madison, I would argue, is doing it just as quick, like both of those guys. Like Beck on that last play. If he doesn't get pushed out of bounds, he's taken off down the sideline for about like an 80-yard run.
1st and 10 here from the 38 of Eagle now. Empty set here for Torgerson. Send a man in motion back out to the left side. They're going to try to find Beck, almost intercepted. Chance Jones tried to jump that route. They sent Beck in motion, and it was just a quick little button hook off the jet motion, and Eagle almost took it back. That would have been 6 the other way.
That would have been 6. Chance Jones had running momentum towards that football. Maybe it looked like Jones looked towards like the path, his running path, before he corralled the ball. So he got a little too excited, but Torgerson, that was his only read. They literally told Torgerson, you are going to throw to that guy, and it was almost an awful mistake by Madison.
2nd and 10, Torgerson play action. Here comes the pressure, escapes the pocket. Torgerson throws on the run, sails it over the head of Beck. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Beck has been Torgenson's go-to target, whether it's just being safe and running the ball, or trying to get him the ball down the field and let him run with it afterwards. That ball was just a little too high for Beck. You could see the ball was sailing over him. It looked like with his his right hand running towards the near sideline, he tried to, I don't know what kind of catch, like an OBJ catch, reversed.
Yeah, it would have had to be something.
Yeah,
like
it had to be something crazy, but to no avail. It was just a little too high for him, forcing a huge 3rd down. And this Eagle defense, this second half, has been great on 3rd down conversions.
Just 20 seconds here into this 4th and final quarter. 3rd and 10 for Madison, operating at its own 38. Torgerson, quick screen pass to the back. Beck catches it. Here comes a swarm of Mustangs, and he's going to go backwards. Back to the 32. The Eagle defense was ready for that swing pass. 4th down coming up. Madison will punt.
These bubble screens, orbit screens, swing passes, whatever you want to call them, they are not working for either side tonight. I mean, Eagle was reading that the whole way. You had zones and specific zone coverages move to that right side and just read it all the way, forcing for a 4th, and I believe it says 4th and 15 on this play right here in Eagle. The Eagle defense is stepping up strong and making some plays.
This punt's away. Eagle came after it again, nearly got it. Fair catch called for at the 30. And Madison punts for the 2nd possession in the row. So here's our drive chart, Zach. I want to touch on this for just a sec. 4 total combined possessions in the first half. We'll start with Madison. Touchdown, touchdown. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Eagle, punt, touchdown. Second half, 9 combined possessions between these two teams. For Eagle, a fumble, an interception, a punt, and a touchdown. For Madison, a fumble, a field goal, turnover on downs, punt, punt.
Tale of 2 halves.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, after that first quarter, we were expecting this to be a shootout. I mean, these teams are scoring 35 and 31 points respectively, and no one's even reached the 20-point mark yet.
Right. Handoff to Burnham, trying to find the corner here on the left side, and Burnham is brought down at the 40.
Looks like Burnham might have enough for a first down. If not, he is very close to a first down.
They're going to give it to him. First down at the 40, and if they could get Burnham going, who has a touchdown already tonight, this Eagle offense, that's when they churn and burn. That's when they get Burnham going.
A lot of name puns going on. Burnham, burning. We got
yep.
Coddling the ball. A lot of name puns here. That's your broadcasters having a little fun for this game.
Yep, exactly. Ball at the 41. 1st and 10. Twins right, single receiver left. Shotgun set for Ramsey, who claps and will hand this one off to Burnham. Burnham breaks a tackle across the 50, down to the 45-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 46. It's a pickup of 14 and another first down, and a Madison player hurt at the 45. Appears to be a lineman for Madison as the training staff will come out onto the field. 10:01 left to play here in the fourth. We'll step aside while they attend to the injured Bobcat.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Gary Faw, the injured Madison player, walking to the sideline under his own power. It is a 1st down and 10 for Eagle, now operating in Bobcat territory at the 46. Ball in the near hash as we resume play. Twins right, single receiver left, tight end left this time for Eagle. Shotgun set, Burnham to Ramsey's left. And they're going to hand this one off as this was Roman Walker, the running back. They said it was Burnham, it was Walker, so they handed off to Walker. No gain, about 2 yards straight ahead.
You need to shake things up. You can't just have Burnham consistently run the ball because at that point, the Madison defense is going to know what to do, what to expect, and who's running the ball. Switching things up is always nice, but the good thing is you won't tire Burnham out, and you get Burnham on plays like this.
Yeah, 2nd and 8. Burnham back in the game here. 9:20 left to play. They go to him. Burnham up the middle, down to the 41 before he stopped. Pickup of about 4. And an important 3rd down coming up. Probably 4-down territory here for Eagle as we approach the 9-minute mark of this 4th and final quarter.
Oh, absolutely. I definitely would identify 4-down territory to be a very plausible decision in this spot. Coach talking to quarterback Austin Ramsey as he heads back to the huddle to tell his guys what to make of this 3rd down and 4. And now what do you make of this? Do you keep running the ball? Do you hand the ball off to Noah Burnham because you would likely go for it on 4th down, or do you try a pass play?
I go Burnham 2 times in a row here. 3rd and 4 from the Madison 40.
That's exactly what happens.
Burnham on the left side has the 1st down, breaks a tackle down to the 30 and to the 29. Noah Burnham, the junior, 5'9", 170. And the Madison defense is feeling every pound of that 170-pound frame right now.
I mean, you said back-to-back plays by Noah Burnham as he's going to exit this game. Well-deserved break by Noah Burnham, but Noah Burnham on that run, I mean, showing this Madison defense, I'm only 5'9", 170 pounds. I'm going to give you every bit of it. I'm going to give this all I got as Noah Burnham is running and really carrying this offense this whole second half.
1st and 10 now from the Madison 29. It's Walker who's in at running back position now. Tight end motion from left to right. They're going to go to Walker. Walker between the tackles down to the 20. Just outside the hash marks, working between the hash and the numbers. Eagle, this ground and pound offense on the doorstep of the red zone.
Doorstep of the red zone, and this clock is more importantly moving. We are at 7 minutes and 50 seconds left, and this clock is continuing to move.
Down to 7:45, clock ticking, 2nd and short coming up, 2nd and 2.
Ramsey heading back to the huddle, getting his play calls, but every time we've done that, we've seen run to Burnham, run to Walker. Run to Burnham, maybe a keeper.
Yeah, and that's Walker who's in at running back now. Trips right, and now they're going to motion to 2 tight ends right. They bring the 2 receivers in. They hand off to Walker. They go right, stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and he loses yards. Madison on the run blitz stuffs that one. 3rd down coming up as we approach the 7-minute mark.
And on 3rd down, number 3, Noah Burnham is checking back into the game. And last time we saw on a 3rd and short, he got about 12 yards, so we might be seeing the same thing again.
I think we will. Another place you could go if you're Eagle here, Ramsey's a good athlete, a good runner. You could get him outside the pocket on some sort of play action too. I could see them going that too. 3rd down and 3. Ball at the Madison 22. Shotgun set. Burnham standing to the left of Ramsey. Quick screen pass out to the far side. Pass is caught. Receiver makes a move. Has the 1st down. Made a defender miss behind the line of scrimmage. Has the 1st down by about a yard.
Well, we were wrong in saying Noah Burnham was going to get this 3rd down attempt right here, but simple screen pass. Ramsey hikes it, throws it quickly over to his right side and completes it for about a gain of 5 yards. You said it, Lucas, getting that first down by at least a yard, and a new fresh set of downs is coming for this Mustang offense.
I think it was Luke Makita who was the receiver. It was over on the far side of the field. And it's sometimes tough for us to see all the way to the other side of the field sometimes. Could have also been Jake Benson. I think it was Jake Benson because that's who's lined up in that same spot now. So we'll go with Benson. Toss to the left. Burnham with a head of steam runs over a defender to the 9. First down, Eagle. First and goal, Eagle. Under 6 minutes to play.
Under 6 minutes to play, and this clock is continuing to roll. I'm Noah Burnham. I mean, he has, I don't know what someone gave him in the locker room at half. I don't know if he got a pep talk. I don't know what. Noah Burnham has been turning it on and playing absolutely amazing football in this second half.
When he gets rolling, it's almost unstoppable.
I mean, he's running guys over. His 5'9", 170-pound frame, sure, I'm fast. Let me run you over.
Yeah. First and goal from the 9 this time. Burnham to Ramsey's right. Tight formation, single receiver left, just one receiver in the pattern. Burnham again, over on the left side. Burnham, touchdown, Eagle. Over on the left side, Madison wants a hold. They don't get it. And Burnham runs it in between the hash marks, straight up the numbers.
We were talking about for a majority of this game, definitely in the second half, that it felt like Eagle was leading this game despite it being 16-7, despite it being 16-14. Well, guess what, Lucas? They have the lead. It is now 20-16, and it looks like they are just going to send out the kicking unit for the point after the touchdown to make it a 5-point game.
And now a whistle, and maybe they'll go for 2 here as Eagle runs in and calls a timeout. And that leaves them with just one timeout to go in the second half. So here's the math here. 21-16 versus 22-16.
And if you have 22-16, and if Madison would score a touchdown, they would easily just go for the point after, but you're either down by 1 or you're down by 2, depending on the result of the next Madison drive if Eagle were to score this 2-point conversion. If not, then you're in a little bit more of a hole, because if Madison scores a touchdown 20-16, then at that point you would just kick the PAT, I was assuming again, making that a 3-point game.
Yeah, I would think Eagle probably got to go for 2 here.
Because I feel like going for the 1 point, the PAT, doesn't really change much. If you go for 2 here, it adds a little bit more pressure on the Madison kicker and the Madison offense that we need a touchdown because we are down by 6.
Right.
Compared to if we're down by 5 or if you're down by 4, I'd rather be down by 4 and at least try it than go up, be down by 5 and just kick the PAT.
Right, because you got to get a touchdown either way, right? Yeah. So Eagle is going to go for 2. Twins right, single receiver, or Twins left, single receiver right, I should say. And Eagle had to, well, keep this in the back of your mind. Eagle had to burn a timeout to get what they wanted on the field here. Ramsey pulls it, and he scampers into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And Eagle goes up by 6. So that's just something to keep in mind that Eagle had to burn a timeout there. Just something to remember as we play out these last 5 minutes.
Hey, that lack of timeouts might come back to bite Eagle in the butt, but it also might not.
Yeah.
But you just have to remember that timeouts are going to be very important, especially in the last 2 minutes of a game.
Eagle has 1 timeout left. Madison has all 3. 5:12 left to play. And the momentum has now fully swung over to the Eagles sideline. 22-16, 5:12 to go. Eagle getting set to kick it away.
High Desert Hardwood in Eagle is where woodworkers go to get the best quality hardwood, lumber, plywood, and custom molding. Take a look in person at 1758 State in Eagle or give them a call at 208-939-9366. You can also find them at www.highdeserthardwood.com. High Desert Hardwood is proud to support the Eagle Mustang in their playoff run.
Buchholz getting set to kick this one away. Has it teed up at the 40. Low kick. Madison a little bit of trouble with it. Has to go back and get it at the 5. Does Franson. And Franson is across the 20, now down to the 24, down the near sideline before he's brought down. 5:04 left to play. Still plenty of time here for a couple more twists and a few more turns in this crazy second half.
Now I have another question for you. If you were Madison here, you were down by 6, a touchdown would tie the game, PAT, or if you were to go for 2, that would give you a lead.
Mm-hmm.
How much clock do you try and chew here? With 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in the fourth, you're down by a touchdown. Do you try chewing the whole clock? Do you try to score quickly? What is your plan of attack?
No, it's a good question. I wouldn't be worried about the clock right now. I'd be just however I can get it in the paint. And the paint obviously being the end zone.
That's the best answer you could have delivered. Don't worry about the clock. You just have to worry about tying this game up.
If it takes 30 seconds, great. If it takes 5 minutes, even better. Madison's going to start things on the ground as they work between the tackles here on the ground with Dredge as they pull all the bodies up from about 20 of the 22 players were all on that pile to pick up a 2. Under 5 minutes to play. Madison needs a touchdown, trailing 22-16. The best season Madison has had probably over a decade here with this 9-1 record on the road here in the quarterfinals. I don't have all the records going back, but I would imagine it's the best year they've had since 2012 when they last went to the state semis. And now we have a whistle and a timeout. An injury timeout as there's an injured Eagle player right on that near sideline at the 34. 4:24 left to play. While they tend to him, we'll go ahead and give you another update of what's going on around the state, courtesy of the Friday Night Flash, which you can find on IdahoSports.com as well. Currently in the second quarter, up north, Coeur d'Alene 21, Middleton 7. Rigby cruising 45-7 over Post Falls, and Rocky has this one in hand as well in the second half, 35-0 over Cuna. So we do appear to be on a collision course for a Rocky Rigby state semifinals, and if things hold up north as well, the winner of this one will be going up north next week. Out of the timeout, 2nd and 5. Going to hand this one off on the counter, stuffed at the line of scrimmage. In at the quarterback position was Beck. They handed it off to Dredge on the left side, and Dredge was stopped in the backfield. 4:06 to play. Big third down coming up here at the 28.
We've seen number 5, Dredge, be a big focal point of the offense in the first half. The second half, though, 1, they haven't been really using him, and 2, when they have been using him, he just hasn't been going anywhere. Great adjustment by this Mustang defensive line and defense overall to really hold Dredge in his place. And I feel like they might be holding a little bit of hate towards him. Not hate, but like still something towards him after that hit on their quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they didn't like their quarterback getting hit like that. Torgerson to throw on third down. Pass is dropped. Thompson had to go down to the turf to get it. Couldn't haul it in. It would have been a first down, but instead, 4th down coming up. And with 3:29 to play, we'll see what Madison decides to do. It's a 4th and 7. The ball is on their own 28. Madison with all 3 of its timeouts and 3.5 minutes to play. It looks like they're going to go.
It looks like they are going to go for it here. And I don't know how much I like this call. I know the Eagle offense has been moving, but this Bobcat defense has given them only 13 points a game. Now, Eagle has exceeded that, but you can trust your defense in big spots. So we'll see if this defense of the Mustangs can hold strong on 4th down and 7.
Biggest play of the game to this point. Torgerson to throw on 4th and 7. Torgerson over the middle, caught at the 45, and then he dropped it. Ball's on the ground. Eagles the first to it, but who has it? As a Madison player comes roaring in, and the person out of the pile with it is Aaron Zerno. And it's Eagle ball for the moment as the officials discuss it.
So either if it's an incomplete pass or a catch and a fumble, it doesn't matter. Possession is going to the Mustangs as number 32, Brock Hammond, had an in-breaking deep corner route or deep post route open, and he caught it and then he just seemed to lose possession of the ball as he was going to the ground, trying to find his footing, and he just lost possession of that football.
So the ruling on the field, catch, fumble, recovery by Eagle. 1st and 10, Eagle at the 43. 3:20 left to go. Now the Madison defense has got to step up. 1st and 10. Surprise here. They go to Burnham. Left side, down to the 40. He picks up 4.
Now, if you are Madison, I know we talked about the start of the drive with a little over 5 minutes. You don't have to worry about the clock. Now you're at just a little over 3 minutes, and that clock is continuing to roll, and you have all 3 timeouts. So this is going to be the start. You need to start using those timeouts if you can't get a stop. And if you do get a stop, you need to give your offense a chance to get back out on that field after that catch and fumble on 4th down.
Not using one here. Clock is under 3 minutes to play as Ramsey brings this one to the huddle. Ball is at the Madison 40. 2nd and 7 after the last pickup of 3. Eagle roll, trips left, single receiver right. Now they're going to rotate and flip the play to the left side. Whistle, and Eagle will use its final timeout of the game. 2:28 left to play.
If you're the Madison sideline, you're probably like, thank you for stopping the clock. We really do appreciate it so we can save our timeouts, but it is only a 2nd and medium here, and I think I would say after this play, 1st down or not, the Bobcats are going to start having to use their timeouts.
Yeah. So if I'm Eagle here, I run 3 plays, including a 4th down. And I give it to Noah Burnham all 3 times, and I run it right behind Sione Perkins, your future Big 12 offensive lineman.
Yeah, the Iowa State commit. You just got to run it right behind him. He committed. He was a 3-star, committed to Iowa State. They saw something in him. I mean, you are 6'8", almost 300 pounds. Yeah, you're going to be a Big 12 lineman, and you can develop into something special out there.
He's the right tackle for Eagle. 2nd down and 7 as we resume. 2:28 to play. Pistol set. They're going up the middle. Madison ready for it. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Burnham dropped at the 40. Timeout Madison. They have 2 left. 2:24 to play.
Madison head coach Chandler Rhodes quick to call a timeout as soon as that play was ruled dead, stopping the clock, and that is the first timeout used by the Bobcats. And like I said, 1st down or not, you got to start using these timeouts right now.
Yep, and they do use one, so they got 2 left. About 2.5 minutes left to play. So 3rd down. I don't have the scoreboard up now. 2:24 to play. 3rd and I'm going to call it 6 from the 40-yard line of Madison. So let's put your coaching hat on here. Let's play the hypothetical game. Say you don't get it. Let's say it's a 4th and 3. You go for it. Is this 4-down territory for Eagle? I think.
I agree. I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you've come this far, and I don't think you would punt the ball from your own 35-yard line and give Madison a chance to do something.
Go win the game.
You go win the game right there. Because this is, again, I've said this before, Lucas, this is playoff football. You win the game, you look to end the game, and just put a dagger right in the back of your opponent. So if they do not get this on 3rd down, let's say it's a gain about 2, 4th and 4, still go for it.
It's a 3rd and 6, 2:24 to go. Burnham over on the right side. Madison stuffs it. And a quick timeout will stop the clock at 2:20. And now it's a 4th and 6, maybe a 4th and 7. Oh, boy.
All right, let's throw the coach's hypothetical cap back on. So it was not a 4th and 3. It is now 4th and the same amount of yards, 6, or even they lost one 4th and 7. Do you still go for this on your own 40-yard line?
Yeah, I mean they're at the Madison 40, so they're in Madison territory.
Correct.
Man,
yes.
this one's
yes.
tough. I think you go for it.
I think you also go for it. We saw Madison go for it, I believe, on a 4th and 7 in the 3rd quarter from their own. Looked to be about. Actually, no, we just saw it. Excuse me. Literally, like 5 game minutes ago, was 4th and 7 from their own 30, and they converted. But then the fumble by number 32, Brock Hammond, really killed that drive. So I think if you're the Eagle Mustangs here, you have to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, not the end of the world if you give them the ball at the 40, right? And Eagle is going to go for it.
again, we said it. You could end the game, essentially just ice the game right here.
Yeah, Madison's only got one timeout left. 2:20 to go. 4th down and 7 from the Madison 40. Hard count for Ramsey, who now takes a couple steps back into that pooch punt position, and Eagle punts it. It's a short punt, and Madison will catch it at the 25, racing now down to the 35. I think that was Beck. And Madison had no one back deep to receive. It was Beck, who was basically a safety, just caught it and ran forward 10
He just
yards.
happened to be in the right area. Good awareness by Beck right there.
But here's the thing. They only got 5 yards on the return, right? Because they snapped the ball at the 40, and Beck took it out to the 35. So the difference is only 5 yards.
So in the end, if you did go for it, and let's say you didn't get it, the difference is only 5 yards. So pooch punt in that moment is not the worst decision or not a terrible decision at all. But what your defense has been so good at this second half this is their biggest drive. They need to make a stand right here, right now, with 2:12 left in this game.
Madison's got to go 65 yards in 2 minutes and 12 seconds. The quarterback, Torgerson, trying a reverse. Now he's going to pull up the throw, and now Torgerson throws this one into the flat. Pass is caught. Here comes a flag. Torgerson probably beyond the line of scrimmage as Cottle catches it and runs it out to the 42.
Definitely an illegal forward pass right there. Is beyond the line of scrimmage, and you got to know where you're at. I know this is intense moment, a little over 2 minutes left. You have to know the scenario and where you are. I just think you can't be running trick plays like that in this moment. You just can't. You have to play just normal, uptight, right football. You can't be pulling out the strings and all these trick plays right now. You just have to do what you know how to do best. And I don't think that was Madison's best right there.
It's going to push him back to the 31. And because it's an illegal forward pass, it's also a loss of down. So 2nd and 14. Torgerson to throw a pass over the middle. Pass is incomplete. A little bit behind the receiver, Johnson. And Johnson couldn't catch it down at his knee. And 3rd down and 15 coming up now with 2 minutes to go.
I also have to admit that this Bobcat offense, not even defense, just the team overall, has really been letting themselves down. Like, Eagle has been making their own really great plays to stay in this game and take a lead.
Yeah.
But Madison really has been shooting themselves in the foot and really blowing their own chances.
3rd down, rather. 3rd down and 15. Trips right, all on the numbers. Torgerson to throw, looks left, passes broken up. As jumping that route once again was Zay Wright. Franson the intended target. And now it's do or die time for Madison. 4th and 15.
This is do or die time because Madison has no more timeouts. So 4th and 15, if you do not convert this, run the ball once, maybe twice, do a kneel. And or you just kneel it 3 straight times and that's it.
Eagle could run the clock out.
Yep. So this is the biggest play of the game right here.
1:56 to go. This, for all intents and purposes, is the ball game. 4th and 15 from their own 35. Madison's got to have it. Twins left, single right. Torgerson to throw. Torgerson with time. Torgerson floats one over the middle. Pass is broken up. Incomplete. No flags. Madison looking for one. They're not going to get it. Thompson the intended target, and Eagle takes over.
Our IdahoSports.com player of the game might not be one guy. I mean, this Eagle Mustangs defense, this second half, has stepped up. This defensive coaching has really rallied the guys together and said, hey, they scored 13 points in that first half. What are we going to do the second half? Limit them to only a field goal, force a few 4th down turnover on downs, few punts, and a couple turnovers. Yeah. You have not allowed, I know there's still a game left, up to this point, you have not allowed a single touchdown in this half.
That's pretty incredible. Madison had a 14-0 lead going basically into the break, and now Eagle 151 away from marching on to the state semifinals. Madison does have one timeout. They'll run a play here with Burnham over on the right side. Burnham down to the 29. Madison will use its last timeout here with 1:44 to go.
Now at this point, you are out of timeouts. You just keep running the ball. Maybe you run the ball one more time, 2 more times if you really need it. And then if you get a first down, you just say, Austin Ramsey, take the ball, kneel it, let the clock run out, and we're going to walk out of here with a W and advance most likely to Coeur d'Alene up north next week.
Yeah, Coeur d'Alene leading Middleton, our last check up north. That game 21-7. We still have that in the second quarter on the flash, but Coeur d'Alene leading in that one. So Coeur d'Alene, I'll say more than likely, probably waiting the winner of this one, probably going up north, which right now, win probability heavily in Eagles' corner right now. Madison's going to need somewhat of a miracle to win this thing. Down 22-16, Eagle with the ball, 2nd and 7, 1:44 to go. Madison is out of timeouts. Burnham will take the snap, or Burnham rather gets the handoff here. Burnham first down to the 19, and that'll do it. And Eagle will march back on to the state semifinals.
What a performance by the Mustangs this second half. I mean, I said it, defense especially, the coaching really rallied the troops and said, guys, we need to stop this Madison offense. And that's exactly what they did. And huge props to running back Noah Burnham. Put on a clinic, put on an absolute show this second half, scoring a long touchdown and getting clutch first downs like that as Austin Ramsey and the Eagle offense is in a kneel position.
And they do sit on it. Clock down to 1:06. They'll have to do it 1, maybe 2 more times. And Eagle will be heading back to the state semifinals. 4th time in the last decade they're heading there.
We talked about before the game, or right when the game started, Eagle, just a big-time football powerhouse, led them to the playoffs so many times. The last time they missed was 2007.
Yeah.
And they're continuing that streak right here.
Yeah, Eagle definitely a football blue blood, so to speak. One more snap here for Ramsey. He'll sit on this one, and Eagle guts this one out here tonight. They win it 22-16, trailed by 14 late in the first half, and they score 22 of the last 24 points to come back and win this game. We'll take a timeout on IdahoSports.com. Come back for the postgame show after this.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Final score here tonight, 22-16 as we went to the break. I said something weird that you and I both looked at each other. That wasn't quite right. 15 of the last 3 point, or
15 to 3.
You say it. 15 to 3.
So
yeah.
the Eagle Mustangs had outscored the Madison Bobcats 15-3 in the second half.
There we go.
And in a game where both offenses so Madison was 3rd place in 6A with 35 points per game, and Eagle 31 points per game. Neither team either really came close to either their average point totals, and especially Madison, a team that really looked like they were going to explode in the second half after that first quarter. 3 points in the whole second half. That's props to the Eagle defense right there, coming out strong and getting turnovers and turnover on downs when they needed it most.
So Madison's season will come to an end. The Bobcats will finish 9-2, best season they've had in Rexburg in years. But it comes to an end here in the state quarterfinals. Eagle on to the state semifinals. Time now to award our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road. Be in the moment and free from distractions. So here tonight, couple different ways we could have gone with this, but one player really an X factor tonight.
The X factor tonight for the Eagle Mustangs was Noah Burnham. Number 3, Noah Burnham was an absolute, he was a playmaker this whole second half, especially with that 44-yard touchdown run that ignited the Eagle Mustangs to get back in this game, only letting them down by 2. With that touchdown, it was 16-14, and they just relied on him from that point on to the end of the game, him getting first down after first down, clutch runs, powerful runs, speedy runs, however you want to call it. Noah Burnham is our IdahoSports.com player of the game, not just for his stats, but how he played and finished this game out, and him being the true X factor for Eagle.
Yeah, and when Eagle needs to play, they go to Burnham.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They've been doing that for 3 years now. He's a junior, so he'll be back next year as well. So your final score, once again, Eagle 22, Madison 16. Eagle back in the state semifinals. This has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of the 2024 Idaho High School football postseason, brought to you by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Valley Wide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Special thanks to everyone here at Eagle for their hospitality, and they know how to do it here at Eagle and helping us get this game broadcast to the viewer. They run the game day operations. I'll say this before we sign off. Game day operations here at Eagle, it's like a college.
It is like a college environment. We're inside the booth. We got a perfect view of the stadium. We got to see everything. We got to stay inside.
I had 2 rosters perfectly laid out for me when I got here.
Everything was laid out perfect. It was pristine. Thank you so much, Eagle, for the great hospitality.
Yeah, he's Zach White. My name is Lucas Gephardt. Your final score one more time, Eagle 22, Madison 16. We'll see you in the semis.
Let's talk about open enrollment.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com is strictly prohibited.